See, are we live? I think we are. Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Welcome to another Hangout with Entrepreneur. I will post the link in one moment. Just give me a second. I will post the link if anyone is coming and join. The whole idea of this is for us and other makers to hang out, talk about projects, talk about whatever we're doing, give advice to each other if we need to, answer questions in chat. If someone wants to come in and join us, they are welcome as long as you behave when you come in and join us. I am live on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitch right now. It is a hangout, so we're just going to do it generally. Hey, Chris, how are you? Hey, Kieran. So the link is there. I just posted the link if you want to come in and join us. I have two people waiting in background. So let's bring in Jerry.
We're not waiting, we're working. Hey, what's going on, everybody?
And let's see who else is hiding in there. We have the guy who never shuts up, Matt. Hey, Matt. Yeah, you know, I mean sarcastic because you never talk. You come in, you sit there, and you watch, and you never talk, so. So how's everybody doing out there anyway? How's everyone's week been so far? It is the middle of the week. It's hump day, so it's the middle of the week. How's your week going?
Good.
See, Matt's not saying anything. He's just shrugging his shoulders. How's everything going?
Doing good.
You're good. That's good to hear, Jerry. And Matt is being the silent man in the background, just doing thumbs up, you know. The only thing, we don't hear Matt. All we ever hear is Matt's printers. I have a feeling Matt doesn't actually speak. I don't think he can speak because all we hear is printers in the background. We never hear Matt speak. What you guys think? Oh, Jerry, Chris Mink wants to know what are you working on?
The Tic Tac belt printer that you were working on for the last couple of weeks.
He's working on this, Chris. His version of this.
I got my camera right here taping and I'll end up making a video out of it.
It never happened unless it was on video. Or Matt's pets. Yeah, we hear Matt's pets more than we hear Matt. Yeah, we hear dogs.
Yeah, sorry.
He speaks.
Yeah, I can speak. How's everybody?
Hello, Matt.
Hello, how are you?
Wow. We got more than 2 words out of him.
No habla español. No habla English.
So I'm waiting on replacement parts because, as you know, anyone who's been following along with the build of this belt printer conversion, the rods and the bearings don't fit. So I reached out to the company, and they have shipped me replacements. Well, I don't have a tracking number. They said they shipped them at the beginning of the week, so I may not have them for this weekend, but I'll probably have them for the following weekend. So we'll continue with the build then. Need a close-up to record the blood, Jerry. Kieran said you need a close-up so you can record the blood. Come on, this is Jerry's stream or Jerry's videos. This is not a Tim stream. Come on, Tim's stream is the one that's full of blood, right?
Oh, is the noise better now from my machines? I mean, I turned my mic down a little bit.
That's fine. We're just giving you a hard time making fun of you because it's fun. Because
I have nowhere else to stream from, so.
So what I'm doing, as well as in the Tic Tac printer, where am I? I am also 3D printing. I have a presentation in a couple of weeks for NASA to do. So as small giveaways, I will do stickers, but I'll come up close and show you these. I'm making these Hubble coins. These are all gold. I'm doing some. I was just about to start doing some in bronze. I need a slice to file for it in a moment, and then I will. So I'm going to use those as giveaways to kids. Kids like that kind of stuff. You swap to mobile.
You'll probably get adults wanting more of them than kids.
Well, that's fine.
They'll be grabbing a handful.
Well, they won't be getting handfuls. They'll get one of them at a time. Is what they'll get. Printer, print on. Hey man, how are you? Welcome. For those of you who don't know, like some of you are on YouTube, some of you are on Twitch. So there might be a few who come in later on who will be on Facebook. I'm streaming to all of those. Just so you know, I want to keep Twitch only or YouTube for my recorded videos. So I'm doing this because there is some crossover at the moment. But I'm spending more and more time over on Twitch. I'll do like recorded videos or whatever on YouTube, but live stuff I want to do more and more on Twitch. So the reason why I'm doing the crossover, so you know that I'm on both. I would recommend that anybody on YouTube who's watching come over, find me on twitch.tv/astropreneur and follow me there. It doesn't cost you a penny. Create an account. Doesn't cost you a penny, and I'll do a lot more because I do this once a week here. But on Twitch, I am often on Twitch 3 or 4 times a week, hanging out like this, chatting. So you're better off to follow me over on Twitch, and then you get notified when I go live on Twitch.
The only thing what will cost you is your time and your soul.
Well, they're already giving me their time because they're hanging out with me, and I know hanging out when Matt's there, it costs everybody a giveaway because Matt only turns up when people say the word giveaway. There is no giveaway here, but I'm just saying. Matt only turns up when you say giveaway. If you say giveaway 3 times, they click your heels together, like Alison, like what was her name in The Wizard of Oz? Matt appears.
Have no fear, Matt is here.
Oh, that rhymes. That sounds good.
And your will to live watching. Thanks, Karen. You've been watching and hanging out with me for a long time, so you must have had no soul left. So I'm actually getting the print ready. So give me a moment. I'm printing I was printing those coins on this printer, and one of the belts for the X gantry, the ribbon cables. Giveaway. See, Matt is here. That's what worked. You see, Dorothy. So we'll rename Matt to Dorothy. I think that's a good idea.
Matt, you watch football every night?
No. Then give me a name what suits me, not Dorothy. That's the women's name.
So what'd you say, Jerry?
I was wondering if Matt watches Loyal every night. Every time he's on.
I don't know. He does.
Actually, Wednesdays I don't watch them because I'm on your show mostly.
Wait now. So you actually No, you multi-stream. You told me you actually watch both.
I know, Mink Customs. I know.
Dorothy's the one who clicks the heels. Yes, I get it. Like, there's no place like home. She does it 3 times. So give me 1 second, guys. I need to actually get this file onto my other computer and slice it over there. So just give me a second. I don't have my profile set up on this machine because I don't use this machine for that. Where am I?
I don't like clicking heels, babe.
No, he just likes wearing them.
Hell no. No way.
Come on, that was funny.
I know what you do in your private time, so now.
Sorry, once again, I'm just going to find
You're the
these
one who
files.
said it.
Give me a second. I'm just going to find these files. No, that's not the right one. I don't want that one. So I'm just going to find the file. I'm going to bring it in and slice it on the other machine because I need it on the other computer. I have my profile set up there. Hey, HC, how are you? How's life? Having a good day, I hope. Let me fit me down in. That's the one I want. All right, I'm talking to myself. I am setting some files up. I need to copy it over to another SD card so I can slice on a different computer.
Oh, my face is really red today. I'm
Okay,
sorry,
what
guys,
is it?
if you guys see this, but I have
Lay
a
off the chocolate,
slight
Matt.
skin condition. So, pardon me?
Lay off the chocolate and see your face is red.
I don't eat chocolate much.
Again. Friday deadline. Working on watching you guys. Friday. Oh, you have Friday deadlines? Yeah, I have deadlines every day of the week. And
I have
I'm
a
always late
deadline.
because I have so much to do.
I got a new toy.
Oh, you got a torch. Yeah, Matt should not be allowed to play with open flames.
I created fire.
We knew you were old. We didn't know you were that old.
I invented fire. I traveled back in time.
Mm-hmm. He's
Showed
just
the first
old.
monkeys how
Louise,
to.
did you really check his birth certificate? Okay, guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to jump into the other computer. I need to slice the file with Idea Maker I have on the other machine. I don't have the profile set up here. Give me 1 minute and I'll be back.
All right, take over, man.
Troops, it's your job now.
Like I said, this is my planet. Please all leave my planet in a week's time. Thank you very much. This stream will end from now on. I'm just kidding. I'm not that mad. That would be kind of funny, Like, what movie was this in where this woman owed the entire planet, because of space economy or something like that? Oh, what was it? Oh, I have a tip of my tongue, but I can't say it. The movie. Oh, and there were like different human hybrids with lichen was in there. Um, was a very interesting movie.
Is the drop game working, Matt?
No, I don't think so. Jupiter Horizon, I think it's called the movie. Yeah, that was an okay movie.
Well, I made it too noisy.
Yeah, of course, always. Oh, the drop game works, but Jupiter Horizon, I think the storyline is kind of like iffy, but the principle behind it, like the characters and all that, they're pretty good, and how this whole society evolves in space and off planet, and then they go to planet to harvest the humans, so the owners of the company live forever, basically. Need a bigger hammer, they say, Jerry.
What?
They're saying use a 5-pounder.
My rubber mallet, but I have it somewhere, so I'm using the rubber on my hammer handle. It's the same thing as the rubber mallet.
Get a big sledgehammer. Get it in.
I've got 10 um, hammer nuts
What?
that I'm trying to slide down the extrusion all at once. There's 5, 5, 5, 5. They're all loose, but I'm trying to get them to all slide. They're slightly binding here and there.
Yeah. I got a new camera. I don't know if you guys can see. This one. So it's actually very nice. It's a 4K one. It's a 4K one, and yeah, it's normally a document camera. I bought it for £60, and it works very well. I'm really impressed with it, and I'm thinking about to get a second one, so I can put one here on the table, and then I can have my pictures right here, and I can just, from here on, turn around and then change out the pictures so you can have a look at whatever I'm in the process of making. But you guys would see my fridge too. So I have a big fridge, two big fridges right there, freezer and fridge. I actually just need to get up, go to the fridge, get myself a nice drink out. Oh, Eating the energy drink of mine. Because I only remember drinking 2. And that's 1 left.
You know, that was probably the most conversation I've ever heard come out of Matt as long as I've known him.
Oh, I tried to
Because
talk.
he's filling in the time, so that's great.
See, now I can't talk because you were talking to me.
Hey Shane, how are you? Mink, Chris, Wrecker Ralph, how are you? Welcome. Need a bigger hammer, yeah. If it all else fails, get a bigger hammer.
Yeah, I told him to use a 5-pounder.
He turned down the volume. Hey Disc, how are you?
I didn't turn down nothing.
No, not you, Matt. He turned down the volume on his mic.
Well, I'm trying to
it's
make
Can you hear me? Because I'm trying to speak up very loud so you guys can hear me. I'm trying to get closer to the mic.
Before I do that, I want to move it and level the bed.
Am I being really loud?
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Okay.
It's all right.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
only
okay.
deaf in 2 ears.
Sorry, what did you say?
I'm only deaf. Yeah.
I'm just getting this print started off, guys. One second.
Been talking to Jamie earlier.
Yeah, I'm just leveling the print bed so I can get this print started because I have to move it to a different printer because I have it into an issue.
I've been talking to Jamie. You know Jamie, right? Who came last week?
Yeah.
Yeah. I made her an STL file, and it doesn't slice on her computer. On my computer, it slices. So must be something wrong on her end. I think it might be she needs to reset the computer maybe. Well, other program is using the same file. Maybe that's the only thing I can think of. You know, sometimes they interfere each other. When you first open the file in, let's say, 3D Builder, and then immediately you have it open in 3D Builder and then open it up in Cura, that might cause a problem, you know.
Yeah. So you should keep your microphone set like this because we no longer hear because the sensitivity has been dropped. We don't hear your microphone, your printers in the background anymore.
Yeah, but I really have to scream down the microphone.
You can try bringing it up a little bit. Let us listen in and bring it up a little bit more.
All right, hold on. Where is it?
I think you can either use I use piece of paper. It always works for me.
I'm
if
at
you
58.
want to make it better, get an ABL for your printer, but you still have to do some trimming of the bed.
Can you hear it now?
No, that's still good. Go on, up a bit more.
Now?
That's when it starts kicking in. So go back a tiny fraction.
I go to 90.
Yeah, so when it's any higher than 90 than where you were, you could start to hear the printers.
All right. All right, good. Thank you, Shane.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to put this in IDEX mode. Shane,
Yeah,
I'm doing these. I'm printing these, Shane. These little tokens to give out to people when they do astronomy events. They're for Hubble's anniversary. So I just printed little tokens to give out to people as well as NASA stickers. This should be 55.
Thanks, babe. You guys are all busy today. Wow. I mean, it's my show, and I'm not even running it.
I know, yeah, it's good. Yeah, they're nice. So, because I do a lot of, as you know, I do outreach stuff with NASA and stuff, and I have stickers I give away all the time. But I thought, well, let's do something different. So, I'm doing it at the Henry Ford Museum, which is it's not a normal museum. It's a museum for technology and innovation in America. So, the presentation I'm working on, started working on, is about the spin-off technologies that have come out of NASA's space program. A lot of people say, well, like, why are we still going to space? We've beaten the Russians to the moon. Why are we doing it? Well, there's a lot of stuff that's come out of that actually that benefits us every day, and it's because of the space program, because they developed technology, and either it didn't meet their need, or it did meet their need, and then industry, because they make it public, industry said, well, if we tweak this way and this way, we can use it for 50 other different things, and that's what happened. So that's the talk. I'm probably going to do it for 4 weekends in a row. At the museum, they have the Apollo. There's a traveling display going around for the Apollo missions, and so as part of that, they've asked me and one other guy to come in, because we generally work together when we're doing this stuff, and we're going to come in and do some stuff with them. So I'm setting up this other printer right now. We're ready. I just watched the first layer going down in. Did I do IDEX mode? I did. Duplication mode. Okay. I'm going to do it in duplication mode. Yeah, Viva American Broomsticks. Those Hubble tokens are probably worth more now than anything is worth more than the ruble. But let's not get political. I'm going to watch the first layer go down, guys. Just 1 second. I'm doing one gold and one in bronze. Silks.
Disc 1 of 5. Any tricks on leveling the bed? Is paper still the trick of being used these days? Yeah, I still use it. I prefer it to BL Touch or anything else. It's just easier. I mean, I leveled those bed like 3-4 months ago, last time. And every time they get out of whack is when I remove the plate, or if I try to yank the object off the bed, So it worked pretty well for me. I just let it cool down. I have the time for it, so I'm not under time pressure. I wait half an hour before I pop it off, or come around and like slowly tap a little bit on it, see if it moves, and then if it moves, then I take it off.
1 second, guys. I need to do a slide adjustment on this.
Where's all the people that are supposed to drop in? Come on, guys. Drop in on camera. Let's talk about what you got going on, what you want to do. What are you working on? Come on in. Drop in. I'm way back here not doing much, so come on in.
I can show you some.
Please
Yeah, what Jerry said.
Please follow, subscribe.
Sorry, guys. I'm just getting it pre-started. I use Post-it notes is fine. I use a normal sheet of white paper. Is what I use. But Post-it notes work, but I just use a normal sheet of photocopier paper. It's nice and thin. I'm just watching the first layer. I'll check periodically to make sure the first layer is going down okay on these. I'm doing them. I'm using the IDEX. Hey, Vape Doom, how are you? We'll have a lot more time to hang in the near future, though. Okay, well, anytime you want to come in, you're welcome. Vincent, if you're welcome to come in if you want to come in and join. I posted the link. Well, let me post it again. Paste the link in there. Why did I not paste? That's interesting. I did a paste and it didn't paste the link. So let me try to copy that link again.
Hey, Mr. Liam.
Yes, sir.
Oh, those 8 bolts I bought last week, and I told you I bought 10. Those 4 and 4 go right here now. But
okay.
You thought that we would need quite a bit more of those, right?
What size are they again?
Well, I don't know. Whatever you said I should buy.
Are they the M430s?
Let me find my tape measure.
Are they M530s? I don't have a Brio. I don't know anybody who does, but so I'm sure.
Yeah, they're 30s.
Sure. Okay. You need them for there. You'll need M515s, and you'll need them for the legs, and you'll need M46s for the bed.
I got those.
Okay.
Yeah, my new camera is this one.
Okay, I've never heard of that but model.
Yeah, it works pretty well. I never heard of them too, but I thought I'd try them because I had some good reviews. And the camera quality, just look in the corner, It's just
Hey,
good
Vince,
quality.
Hey, Vincent.
let me just check my print layers, how they're looking.
There you go. I ordered this on eBay, but Amazon dropped it off. I was really
That
weird.
means that whoever has an Amazon store and they sell on eBay also. Something like that.
All right.
See how these go down. I'm checking the first layer. Once I get past the first layer, I'm normally good. But I want to check the whole first layer because I'm doing 20 of these at a time. So the Logitech is good. I have some. I have the Logitech. I've used the Logitech before. My Logitech died on me, so I replaced it with what model are these? They're there's a really cheap version. Hey, Mylan.
Hey, Marlon. Newbie.
What's up, Mylan?
Nexigo. I bought some Nexigo cheap USB ones. I'm not using them right now, but I use those when I'm doing my close-ups, and they're up really good. Well, you're all welcome to come in, guys. You know that, right? Because you guys hang
Yeah,
out with
we
us all
can
the
have
time.
10 people on screen.
Yes, we can. We can have 10 people on team. Actually, StreamYard is actually covered by D3D. So it's actually so this month he is the reason why we can have multiple people on stream, and we can stream to multiple sources. Next month, Chris Mink, who's actually in chat. Thank you, Chris. Again, thank you so much, sir. He's actually sponsored for StreamYard for next month.
Cool.
They're looking a bit better. So I'm just tweaking the level a little bit. I don't mind if the first layer is not perfect because the next layer over is okay. I'm more worried about getting the top layers, but I want to make sure that the first layers go down and get good adhesion. So what's going on with you, Vincent? Can you hear
Can't
us?
hear you. No.
Whatever happened to Renee?
I know.
Guessing. He messaged me a while back. Just out of the blue on a weekend, but I'm guessing he's just busy with work. And he may be well, so. Sorry?
I have to message him, see how he is.
Yeah, I chatted with him briefly about a few weeks ago, maybe 3 or 4 weeks.
Here you go. That's what I've designed a Ticket Cat.
You know, I stream and I seriously wish my internet speed was better. I would love to have fiber in home. I don't have fiber.
Can you hear me now, guys?
Yes, we can, yeah.
Hey, when they put fiber in your neighborhood, I guess you're forced to take it, so.
Switch my settings.
Hey, Britt. How are you?
What's up, Britt?
So I was looking for how I'm going to mount a camera near my printer. For my boxes. I thought by myself, I think I got a mobile phone.
Here you go.
Cell phone, yeah. That works.
I've got a, what is this one? A30, I think. An A50. A51 and a Note 10 Plus. Oops.
Well, Jerry's working on his Tic Tac printer, which is the one I've been working on live on weekends.
Those are all the phones you nicked today?
Say that again?
Those are all the phones you nicked today?
Yeah. No, I found them in the boxes over there.
They're the ones he confiscated because he works as a security guard.
Oh, that's what I call it now. I found them in the box.
And I'm making these, which are little coins. I'm going to be giving away to. I'm doing a presentation for NASA in a couple of weeks, but actually I have 4 weekends of it.
You have to hold it closer, maybe.
If I go any closer, you wouldn't see it at all.
Oh.
There.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. How about 25?
So I'm making these coins because I'm going to be using them as I'm going to give them out to kids when I'm doing the presentations.
They're not double-sided. They're not true coins.
Well, I could do them double-sided, but I didn't. All it has, the other side of it only has text around the outside, so it's pointless. And
That's what I'm
it's easier to
thinking.
print without that, without having to deal with text. What's that?
In your cupboard, what holds up your little boards there inside, and you have those little holes what you can adjust to adjust the board. You can put stuff in your kitchen cupboard, In the kitchen cupboard, you have little tiny holes where you can
A pack
have like
board.
a shelf. Yeah, a pack board, but
Yeah.
where you can move the shelf higher.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
On each side, so your shelf sits on top of it.
Yeah, and then I make different sizes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I understand what they're for now, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't make little vampire crosses, so
Yeah, no, I've done
looks like
stuff
a
like that for
cross.
mine, yeah.
And I make a whole bunch actually. Hold on.
I won't be printing for the next 2 weeks. I'm working on my driver's license next week. I got my exam,
Again?
my written exam, and I gotta start working from next Monday.
Amsterdam or Holland is the only country I went to where they have ridiculously slow speed limits, and if you're 1 mile over the speed limit, or one kilometer above the speed limit, sorry, it's kilometers there.
60 euros.
Yeah, they fine you for being 1 kilometer above the speed limit.
A friend of mine had it with his scooter a couple of months ago. He was driving on a scooter 1 kilometer too fast, and he had a fine for 60 euros. Yeah.
What's up, Jerry?
See if you can pay in rubles. You'll save a lot of money.
Yeah, it is crazy. The license for my car is very expensive to get. The waiting list, if you fail for your written exam, is 3 months at the moment.
Oh.
And I already spent in US dollars around a little bit more than 4,000.
Do you know where it is here? Here, if you go to do your written test before you actually get your learner's permit,
Yeah.
you have to go do a written test, and to do the written test, they give you a test and you fill it out, and they check it there and then.
Yeah.
And if you fail, they tell you which ones you got wrong, and they go back and do it again.
No, here it doesn't work like that.
That's what they do here. When I did mine,
125
I
euros.
drive in Ireland. I got my license in Ireland, and I changed it as I moved around the world. But when I came here, I had to redo my test here. So they said you have to do the written test first. I said, okay. So I got the book and I read through the book. And it was all common sense. And I went up to do the test. And there's another guy that was there. There was a couple of people there to do the test. So they hand them all these sheets of paper and tell them to do the test. And it's a multiple choice. You fill it in and you bring it back. And the guy that was there beside me, he brought it back and they said, no, you failed. They said, here's the ones you got wrong. Go back and do it again. So he went back and did it again. It came back up. And he still got some of them wrong. And you know what they did then? They said, look, the answer for this one is C. The answer for this one is B. They told him that.
That's not going to happen here. I can tell you this, don't get scared. It's 125 euros for the written exam. If you fail, you have to pay another 125. If you fail again, you have to pay another 225.
Here you don't. They allow you to attempt it 3 times on the same day.
600 pages you need to learn.
Well, I wish you good luck. Happy reading.
Last time I failed.
The rules of the road here is in Michigan. It's been a while. I think it's something like 10 or 12 pages. It's a small little book, a pocket-sized book. I think it's about 12 pages or so. And like 99% of it's common sense.
This book got 280, and this one got 300 pages. So basically, almost 600 pages I need to learn.
You have to excuse Liam.
It's not.
There's the Spanish Inquisition.
He learned how to drive
you also have
the island.
Then you have to pay for your driver's license itself. My driver's lessons are 60 euros for 1 hour, and you need
lessons can be expensive.
Yeah. I already spent about €3,500, and I'm not there yet, and still have to start driving.
If we can get 10 people on screen for the next couple hours, Liam will give everybody watching 20,000 Astro Bucks. Then you can play the games.
Well, the games are on, guys. You can try them out. The games should be on.
But you'll get 20,000 Astro Bucks. Let's fill it up when you form, 6 more people.
Can I buy
so
paper with it?
That's why I need to learn. And next Monday I'm starting working again because I've been home for 6 weeks with the corona and everything.
Oh, you've been sick with it? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it shouldn't be here. You might infect us.
I had a real bad corona.
Well, that sucks.
And because I'm asthmatic from I was 7 years old, so I was lucky.
You should be wearing a mask, man.
Yeah,
they've dropped the requirements here, and I still wear a mask when I go out, when I go anywhere in public.
Yeah, so basically what happened, because of the medication I had, I gained a lot of weight again. I just lost...
Not the medication. No, it's not the medication. It's sitting at home is why you did it.
Yeah, that's also a thing. So it's not only the medication, because I had, what's it called again, that makes you gain weight very fast. What's it called again?
Seafood diet?
Ritalin or something. I don't know what's the medication called.
Yeah, I'm on a seafood diet, Jerry. When I see food, I eat it.
Yeah.
So these are the coins I'm printing. But I consider doing them this size as well, but they're a little too big.
Liam, when you were living in Ireland, you were driving, right?
Oh yeah.
Is it true that in Ireland they have, when you go there to the learning process, they actually use bumper cars, carnival bumper cars, to train you in?
No, that's Germany.
No.
No. Actually, I did my regular driver's license, and I also did an advanced driving training for the training that is done by
you can buy
chauffeurs when they want to do like high-speed escapes and so on. So I actually did that training as well. So I actually have an advanced license, which allows, if I was working for a company as a chauffeur, I'm allowed to speed at high speed on any road to get my passenger away from them. So I actually did that lesson. So I also did skid pan testing and training. I'm controlling it on ice and oil and all this stuff. I did all of that. We have the option in Ireland to do an advanced driver's license.
Yep. Yeah, so that's why I need to learn, man. Otherwise, it's going to cost me another €125 if I fail again. And the problem with me is I've got a real problem with exams.
Well, then what you need to do is you need to study with somebody.
Yeah, nobody's doing it at the moment because nobody can pay it.
No. I mean, have somebody, like even your son or whatever, you sit down and you study with them, and they ask questions and you give them answers, and you fire stuff over and back at each other.
Yeah.
I've done boot camp, what's called boot camp training, not military boot camp. I've done that too. But when you do IT boot camps, which is 1 week, and you spend the whole week doing nothing but learning, testing the whole week to get certified in 1 week, which will often take a long time to do it. And doing those boot camps, I found that when you're in a group and you're throwing questions at each other, and you have to, and everybody, someone asks a question, everyone has to answer. The next person asks a question, so everybody gets a turn to ask a question, and everyone answers questions, and it goes around and around and around. And that is by far, especially if you struggle with studying, that's by far the best way, because you hear other people's answers that are correct and wrong, and you hear why and you don't only give the answer, you say why it's right and why it's wrong, and that way then it helps understanding.
The learning part is not the issue. My problem is what's it called again? When you got your exam and then you completely got a brain freeze.
Stress out.
Yeah. Yeah, it happened
Well,
twice.
that's a known issue, actually. Exam stress is known.
No, but with me it's very bad. I'm like, I've got the questions. I'm doing this. I've got special exam software, and I had from about 150 questions. I had two
Yeah.
Vincent,
questions wrong, so I passed. And when I'm there, I'm completely like, I'm done. I don't know them.
What you need
That
is you need to go to a doctor before you test and get them to give you an anti-anxiety med, and you take it 2 hours or so beforehand.
or
So when
go
you
see
go
your
in,
neighbor, smoke a joint,
sorry.
or you go to his neighbor and get some weed. That'll help too.
Well, that's
no,
illegal
well,
there.
don't do that, man, because they're very strict these days here. You know, the
Yeah.
Netherlands is easy with smoking weed, but if you do that with an exam or a car license, don't do that, because if they get a hold
They
of
get
that,
to know
oh
you.
man, you get a big problem with that.
Yeah, a lot of people struggle with exams. They have the anxiety of exams, and what you do is,
Yeah,
but if you talk to your doctor, hey, Bionic, they'll actually give you something to calm you down. So when you go in to do the exam, your head is still clear, but it relaxes your nerves, and
yeah.
you probably get through. You should talk to your doctor about that
I've
because
got
they
medication. I got
have,
medication for that, but I don't use it often.
well,
Usually,
you should
if
take
I'm
it.
really stressed out.
No, you should take it a day or two before your you change your name. I know, yeah, hey, pretty, but you should start taking it 2 days beforehand,
Mhm.
and take it so it's already in your system, and then when you go to do the test,
Yeah,
it's already working on you, and
yeah,
then
exactly.
and it helps calm you down before you take your
Do you
exam.
need a license to drive a moped?
Yep,
Yes.
I got one. But the issue is with that one, because I was born in '77, and the moped license came later, so I can pick it up at the post office for free. I didn't have to learn for it.
1977. I think I was 12 or 13, and I went and seen the first Star Wars.
I was 7 years old.
Yep. Yeah, so that's basically what
1977,
happened here.
I was swimming in the duck lake.
No, but in around I don't know when it was, but later on, like in end of the '80s or something, they did the moped license, and basically what happened was, because I was already driving for a couple of years, I could pick it up for free and never had to learn for it.
Yeah. Well, Louise, you said you were you were conceived in '77. Well, what I like to do is when my friends have their birthdays, I say, like, you were born, let's say, 40 or 50 years ago. I know you weren't, but I'm just saying as a number. I'll say, think back 40 years to when you were born. Now, think back 9 months before that. Now, imagine what your parents were doing.
Oops.
And I do that on their birthday.
Yeah. No, so that's basically why I got my driver's license for my moped.
Yeah.
I've been driving now for more than 16 years on my scooter. I had one accident and wasn't even my fault. So,
But the
and I
rules,
never had to
the
learn
rules
for
are
it.
the same. Or the rules of the road are the same, whether on a moped or in a car, pretty much.
No. Here it's different.
Well, no.
They are changing it around, because
Oh,
normally when you're driving on a 50cc with helmet, we got a yellow license plate. So basically 45 kilometers an hour. You need to be on the road now these days in the city. Outside of the city, it's on the bicycle lane. And
okay.
when you got a blue license plate, you're only allowed to drive 25 kilometers an hour, and then you don't need to wear a helmet yet, because they want to change it. And that's always on bicycle lane. So there's a lot of different rules, and a couple of streets you're not allowed to drive on the car lane, and then you have to go back on the bicycle lane again, and then you have to go in the car lane. So it's different in every city. Like in the city of Amsterdam, you need to wear a helmet with a 25 kilometer an hour moped, but where I'm living, you don't need one. So it's real different in the Netherlands.
Have you seen in China where everybody's on mopeds, and obviously they don't have licenses because they're going like this every which way and
Yeah, it's
speeding,
nuts.
and
That's
it's like
nuts.
a death trap.
They do have licenses. They're just
That's
crazy
great.
drivers.
But
Yeah,
they drive 80 cc's, if I'm correct.
It varies. It varies. But they do have licenses over there. And they are crazy drivers in China.
The moped license.
If you think
the
China's
moped
bad,
rules are
you should try
really
Turkey.
strict here.
Turkey's even worse.
Giveaway, Matt. What the hell?
You only noticed just now.
Oh wow, lithophane, Matt, you do lithophanes?
No, really? That's
No,
something new.
I changed his name. Just
I thought it was going to go one whole stream with no lithophane, just to be different.
I made actually a friend. He lives
You
right
made a
across.
friend?
Yeah, I made a friend. He's into 3D printing, and he actually lives right across his. Not lives right across his shop is right across the street from me. So yeah, I started talking to him, and yeah, in the future I would like to invite him to the show if he is awake.
Sure.
Because he does live here in England, so
for mopeds and scooters here. He didn't print them. I was about to ask. People really don't know how to ride those things. Well, people here in the US don't know how to use the roundabouts either.
That's an issue. That's the real big issue that's going on here in the Netherlands with the 25-kilometer-an-hour mopeds, scooters. Basically, they want to do it mandatory that you are wearing a helmet every time. But
well, you should. Here, you're required to wear a helmet on a bicycle.
Yeah, but we are used to driving without a helmet, also on a bike. And the issue that's been going on now, the electric bikes goes 25 kilometers an hour.
Oh, the e-bikes,
and you don't need to wear a helmet here, but they want to do it mandatory. So, and there's a big issue, and basically all the people are saying that's not going to happen.
Well, in Michigan, you are required to wear a helmet on a bicycle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, that dog breath. Dog breath.
That saves you cracking your skull open if you fall off the bike.
Here, oh, you all right?
But we are used to it.
Okay.
We've been born with bicycles here in the Netherlands. So why the hell do you need to wear a helmet? That's my issue. Okay, if you drive faster than 25, yes, of course, wear a helmet.
I got a question about 3D printing.
Okay.
The really long extrusion is for the bed, right?
The two long ones are where the bed and the belt go around. Yes.
Okay. Because I've got the two uprights in, and the two off my ender are much higher up in the air than my two uprights. It's not going to be level when it comes. Well, actually, once I put
show me.
I haven't put the caps on it yet, but
doesn't matter. Show me.
At the moment, see. This is higher than this, but I haven't.
Hey, you get it graded.
No, you have it. They should be the same height.
Well, they're not. And this extrusion is all the way in the bracket, so I'll have to see how the caps line up. But
yeah, dry fitted. See how it goes. Well,
yeah, I can find the.
Well, okay, well, now it'll be a little higher. The reason why is the one with the 45-degree cut on it butts up against that one. Doesn't go on top of it, it butts up against it.
I know, I'm just seeing which way it goes. I'm looking at my picture.
The 45 angle, oh, which one is that bracket? Which one are you holding? The one with or without the side piece? That's the one with the side piece. So the side piece goes inwards. That goes inwards. I'll show you here. It goes on.
I was looking good, man.
Top of this one, and then the top part slides into it, and they match up with the top of this.
Yeah, let me blow up my.
So
I got the
putting it in
right
dirty underneath, and it'll come up to meet those, right? You put it on here, and you slide it up to meet these two.
I see.
These are big flop. Once was out of town and he had to call an ambulance.
Yeah,
Stephen, thanks for the raid, Stephen.
That's a big issue here.
Why does my system not tell me there's a raid happening?
If you have Twitch stream open, you'll see it come in right immediately.
I have it open and it didn't say there was a raid. Let me wait. Give it a second.
Look on the left side of the screen, the top line. All the
I know
text.
where it is.
If something happens, you'll immediately see it right there.
I know where it is, Jerry. It's just not
Okay.
showing up. It's not updating.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I had the same problem. Sometimes when I'm in Chris Perillo's party or Loyal Moses or any other what I'm watching on Twitch, and a hype train comes, I hear it come, but I don't see the little strip on top.
Stealth raiders. Yeah.
Oh, I see it lays on the top like that. All right.
Weird. There's an update. Oh well.
Yeah.
Hey, Fixin' Dude. Hi, how are you?
Hey, fix him, dude.
What's up, Dixon,
Yeah,
dude?
great. Apparently it was because we didn't show up on my Twitch.
Fix him, dude. How did you get your name? Did you give it to yourself, or did somebody say you fix him, dude, because he can fix
Fix stuff.
everything?
He's a victim, dude.
Yeah, that's what
he
I'm
does a lot
saying.
of good stuff, though. I like. He does a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, he does a lot of designs I've seen. Yeah,
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I like your. I really like the kind of some of the stuff that you've done.
You could be give me stuff, dude, Matt.
So Ethan's dad raided. Thanks, Marcus. Thank you for the raid. It just updated just now.
Yeah.
Weird.
I show you something with my driver's license. Take a look. This is all the licenses you need to get here in the Netherlands if you're allowed to drive it.
Oh,
Everything.
the list of different types of license.
Yeah, the A1, the A is moped, and then you got A1. That's motorcycle till I think 250 cc's,
Okay.
and then
Hey,
you get
Marcus.
A2.
Howdy.
Thanks for the raid.
Yep.
How are you?
Good.
I think I got a clog.
Yeah, I was done doing what I was doing. A
what's
few
going
people
on?
in my stream hanging out watching, and so decided I'd raid you.
Sure.
Hey, dude, Marcus.
What were you doing today on your stream?
Well, I don't know if you saw on Twitter. I posted my calibration cube with Han Solo.
Oh, cool.
And so Chris Perillo can finally calibrate his printer.
Yeah, I've
And,
been thinking about doing a Darth Vader one, but the Han Solo one, he'd love that. So
And so we got the calibration cube, but that doesn't solve the problem of the benchy. So right now I'm printing. So the AT-ATs are AT-ATs from Empire Strikes Back. Those are the four-legged
yeah,
like robot attackers. Well, the two-legged ones are called AT-STs, and those were in Return of the Jedi. So I'm basically printing a little stand that you can put your benchy on top, so the benchy looks like an AT-ST.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully that will get Chris printing a benchy.
Oh,
So I was just doing a quick and dirty design, remixing stuff, and then it's printing out now.
Nice. Cool.
Oh, I was invited to go on to Hot Mix show. The other
Oh yeah,
day.
that's cool.
Okay.
So,
Have you
Yeah.
scheduled it yet?
No. I have to contact him, and I'm pretty sure I left him to ask him to contact me. But
Well, he'll take him a few days to respond. But he will respond. Jim is really good at doing that.
Yeah.
So Jim will get back to you in the next few days. Don't worry. If you
otherwise,
will
I'll go
email
over
him-
Rona.
No, go through Jim. Go through Jim.
Jim. Okay.
Was it Jim contacted you, right?
Yeah, he just said on live, if you see this mad German, please contact me, and I'd
Give him a
like
few
to have
days.
you on the show.
Yeah.
Alright.
Give him a few days. He'll respond. He'll respond back to you.
I gave up on interviewing people. Maybe someday I'll start doing it again.
Hey, Shannon, how are you?
What's up, Shannon?
The link is there, guys. If you want to come in and join, just let me paste it again. But
Hey, Rona. Now talking about you.
yeah, that's Shannon, yeah.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, no. Jim will reach out to you. He's always busy, but he will get back to you for sure.
Yeah, he have a job and all that too. So
Yeah, he works. I think he works in IT, doesn't he? I think he's in IT. I think he is. She was laying down. She heard the word hot mix. It's like, so you respond to the words hot mix like Matt responds to the word giveaway. Okay.
huh?
Well, she kind of has to. She's on the show after.
I know, yeah, but still. They gave us an opportunity to make fun of Matt, right? So we took it.
Yeah. So Matt, you had Lithophane show up on the last Hot Mix episode, and it's unfortunate you weren't in chat, and so
I
to
was
try
in
to.
chat and Twitch chat. I was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was hanging out
in
on
Twitch
YouTube chat. I didn't realize.
Stan streams at Jim on Twitch and then on YouTube.
Hey, Britt.
Cool.
This is the filament that I use.
Hi, Britt.
Hey, Brett.
Hey everyone, how are you guys?
What,
Good, and you?
what's the brand called, Vincent?
Yeah.
Timothy.
Mori.
Tin Mori.
Tin Mori.
Yeah, and it's nicely packaged, and also got an extra bag with it. So also when you open it, you don't need it for a long time. You got another bag with it. You can put it in. So, and I never had any issues with this one.
Yeah,
What-
the
how-
bird one
what
was
do you-
shown, didn't it?
So what?
No, Britt, what are you up to? Well, you're busy, I see. I'll leave you alone.
I was saying, no, it's okay. My children are just screeching loudly, so I had myself on push to talk. No, I forgot I had some Sith Lord makeup on before I hopped into stream, so I had to grab a wet wipe real quick and take it off. I wanted to see how your belt printer was coming along.
Stay here in costume. That's okay.
I was gonna say, yeah, it wouldn't have been too weird, but just the fact that I got back in my PJs but was still wearing the makeup was a little weird.
Well,
How's
you're
your
here
printer
with
coming
us.
along?
Like weird is normal here, right?
I feel like I wouldn't be glared at too much, but
No.
So
you
was that
still
for your
are
stream?
weird.
I was filming some TikToks.
Oh, cool.
I was analyzing the data that they give you. They have like a feedback dashboard basically. So I was reading some of the numbers, but I was missing a whole bunch of data. So I decided to try to post things at different hours of the day, like different types of videos at different times of day. And excuse me. Hey, down a bit. Thank
What's up,
you.
Shannon?
Hi, Shannon.
God.
That's
Yeah.
actually really funny, Britt, because you just came up on my TikTok, like, For You page.
Awesome.
I'm doing the same thing as you, actually.
Doing social media stuff.
Yeah,
see
I've
what
been, all week I've just been kind of working on a marketing thing for myself, and that is my next step, is pulling all those numbers, and it's not good.
Is
not
that what
fun.
you do? Is that what you do for work marketing?
That's my degree, it's not really what I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to change jobs right now, to be honest, and waiting on a callback this week to see if that happens.
Yeah, I make fun of our marketing guys all the time.
Well, wait, I got to tap two more on top here. It looks like. Oh no, maybe they're threaded.
Okay. Mine, the ends of those ones with the 45-degree cut, mine were not tapped, and I just bolted in the bracket and left it at that because it's strong. It's not holding any weight or anything, so it doesn't matter.
No, I meant on this back end.
Yeah, I only used T-nuts there because
they're
they weren't tapped. Mine weren't tapped either. So I just went without it and just used T-nuts to hold it all together.
Yeah, I can peel threads. So, okay.
Okay. So, what are you guys working on?
At the
How
moment,
is that
nothing.
goblin coming along?
Me?
You're the only one I know building the goblin.
Somebody else printed the helmet.
Well, Jerry printed the mask, but he
Yeah.
stopped there. He's not doing an outfit.
No, it's still where it was. I honestly don't have money to buy filament right now, so I'm kind of just at a standstill. So,
But you went to Disneyland and spent all your money, right?
I mean, listen, it was my birthday.
Oh, well, that's why you don't have no film. You went to Disneyland.
Are you
No.
fine?
What's up?
I might be able to get you some filament because I want some filament. I might be seeing It's a company. Send it to you if you want.
So many a lot of work. I just primed it with some red primer.
Oh, it looks right, Jerry.
Let me
So,
make
getting
it
there.
full screen. 1 second, Jerry.
I was gonna say, wait, we can't get Jim to send you some filament, Shannon?
I don't ask people for things, so I don't know. I haven't asked anybody. Cause
Oh, I'll do
that's
it
not
for
any-
you.
that's not
I watched
anybody's,
his
like-
holiday opening.
We got a lot of work to do on.
You're still further than I am.
It's looking good though.
Yeah. No, I just that's part of my thing that I'm doing right now. I'm trying to budget things, and if my friend gets back to work, I kind of want to pitch him and be like, I need a manager's help. So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Because I did send Liam a filament roll once.
Yeah, for the Toys for Tots. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
and it was all using it.
Big some dude gets me. You leave that Sith Lord makeup on all the time, darn it. Such a common
He's only
issue.
jealous. You know, he's only jealous because the makeup doesn't look as good on him.
Well, I'm walking around my house and I'm doing dishes and yelling at my kids to quit screeching, and I'm doing things, and so like no one in my house cares how I look. They don't care. So I'm just walking around, just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna hang out with Liam, and I put my headset on and walking around and listening to you guys. And I sit down and I'm like, wait a second.
No, I feel that struggle.
Wait a second. Yeah.
I told you you'd have fit right in leaving it on. It wouldn't matter.
I was saying, now it looks like I just ate a popsicle. That's fine. I've looked stranger, I guess. So this is like not a big deal at all. I don't even know why I'm coming on here just to be like, look what I did. But I made my first clock spring print. I've been such a fan of everything that he makes. And today, this is my first time using like a super mattified filament. So I made this print in place. Excuse me for just a moment. Hey, yo. Bring it down a notch, dog. Cool? All right, thank you. Sorry. Party animals.
The wrong window.
You're wrong.
Like,
My machine. Really
I'm obsessed with this. Completely obsessed with this print here.
Yeah, costumes are lovely stuff.
Yeah, the mattified filament just, oh god, like literally everything. I think this was the very first one on the list. Makeup. This was the very first one on the list of like 60, I think, with that first tier on Patreon. And I went past everything, and I like got to the very end, and I was like, wow, that's the one that I want to print. So I made this guy.
Yeah, that's a nice print.
Oh god. Yeah, and I was like I legitimately want to just like work my way through the entire Patreon list and print everything. Like everything is so beautiful. So I just thought I'd show that off.
Sweet. Yeah, no, Coxcomb said he does some fantastic stuff. So, but yeah, I think I have a cloud extruder in one of my IDEX machines. I need to fix that in a while. I've every now and again I can hear it clicking. I think it's a partial cloud.
Is that the belt printer you've been working on? Sorry, you might
No.
have said it earlier and I didn't hear you.
No,
Where are you on the
this
Ender
is
3
the belt
conversion
printer
kit?
that I'm working on.
There it is. Okay, nice. And you printed the green, right? The Pet G?
Yes.
Or is that
It's all
EBS?
Pet G, yeah.
Okay. So you have the frame together, and now you're just working on like the interior structures for that frame.
On the weekend I was doing part 2 of the build, and these steel rods. Let me go see if I can put myself full screen. If it decides to work this time, because sometimes it doesn't. There we go. So these steel rods are to be mounted with these bearings on them, and they won't fit. So I measured them, and I went back to the company and gave them the details, and they said the specs are inverted. So the tolerance on this, the size of this, which is 15 millimeters, should be here, and this is not. This is actually 14 point something. They're inverted, so they're sending me new rods and bearings, so I can get them done right. So, but I'll probably do a stream this coming Saturday or Sunday, and I will add the idlers and so on that I need to add, and mount the stepper motors and so on onto this over the weekend. I won't be able to do the bell section until those bearings and then replacement rods come in. I'm hoping that will be sometime in the next, maybe, probably won't be by the end of the week, probably early next week, I'm hoping, early to mid next week.
And so the rods were provided to you by the kit maker, right?
They sent me the rod and the bearing, and they were actually, they don't fit, so it's a quality issue we need to work on. And
but this is like a
beta.
pre-release, right? This isn't like officially on the market. You're part of the pre-testing
It's a
team.
beta. Yeah, it's a beta. And so we're finding the issues, and I said, look, you need to do sample testing, and whatever comes in the door, you need to have somebody there with the calipers and testing them to make sure they're within spec. If they're not, obviously, then you have to go back to the manufacturer, whoever's supplying it to you, complain to them, right? So let's see what happens. If I had a lathe, I'd turn it down myself. I don't have a lathe, and it's not large. These are too large to go to a drill chuck, so you just spin them in the drill chuck and use emery cloth and wear it down. Of course, emery cloth, but it won't.
So why wouldn't Harbor Freight do a video on it, turn them down, then return it?
No, because their lathes are $800. So but I'm getting replacements, so I'm good with that. I'm happy. So when they come in, I'll build the belt section, and I need to. I have the bed pretty much ready. That's the bed.
Hey guys, I'm gonna lurk in the background. I'm gonna work on my driver's license. So talk to you later.
Go study.
All right.
Don't be listening to us. Go
See,
study.
Vincent.
So the bed is ready. I'm going to reuse all the rest of the electronics. So most of the way, if I was doing it myself at home and everything was done, I'd have it done in a day on my own. Just myself, like just doing stuff at home. I'd have it done before bed in one day. But because I'm doing it live, it's going to get stretched out over weeks. Lathes are also not light enough to put in your truck without. Yeah, well, even those mini lathes are heavy. But and I called around for a couple of machine shops nearby, and they all have CNCs. They don't have any lathes, and you'd have to use a 5-axis CNC to turn it down. And they didn't say that theirs were 5-axis or not. So, and it'd be cost more to do it on a CNC. So I would, if I had the replacements are better, but if I had a lathe, I could just turn it down myself. It was easy enough for me to do a lathe if I had one, or if I knew somebody who had one, Oh well, that's how it goes. That's why we beta test, right? I'm
We
on another.
free stuff and have fun working on things.
Well, no, that's not why I beta test, but okay. I test to find the flaws in it, to tell them this is wrong, you need to fix it, so they can go out and fix it. So when they ship product, it's good.
And it gives you something to work on that you didn't have to pay for, so you like to beta test.
Well, yeah, I suppose there is that, but like a lot of beta testing I do, like on printers, like I've done a couple of printers that I never showed on stream until they said we are now live and it's available, right? Or it's now live available on Kickstarter. Some say you can do it, some say you can't. So we try to honor that, because if you do, they'll keep working with you, and if you don't, they won't. So, Chris Travis, Chris Travis said check your Discord. I know, Built Over. If you had a CNC lathe, but they have to be a 5-axis. They have to have a rotary on it. I don't know if they had a rotary on theirs. They didn't say, and they just said they couldn't turn it down for me. So that made me think they don't have a rotary attachment. So, I'll get the replacements. That'll be good. I don't care. I'm fine with that. All is good. We get working. But anyone have any other cool projects coming up? No?
Okay, I was going to let everyone else go first.
Apparently nobody wants to talk, so it's all yours, Britt.
Fabulous. All right. No one else wants to talk? Here comes Britt. I'll solve that problem. Oh my God, sorry.
Well, talking is
I
never
just
been
ate a
my
bunch of
problem.
candy. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out how to get some contact cement off of the top of this PLA. But once I figure that out, so I'm making a Bd1 Droid. It's just stationary. It doesn't have any of the robotics or lightings or anything interesting like that. But this is what Krusty printed for me and then sent me. So I started doing the actual assembly, the Bd1. So here's his head, just together with his face. I have a little bit of contact cement here because I thought that it was oriented the other way. So I have a little bit right here that I need to get rid of, and then I can mount the rest of his face. But I've started painting all of the hardware for this guy. It's pretty. It's a rose gold, but it's showing up a little bit more like bronze, but it has a definite like pink tone to it. So I'm doing the rose gold with the burgundy color and the black.
No, it's a BB-8. It's not the Wally.
No, not Wally. It kind of, I would say the head, yeah,
The head is
has a
similar,
similar
yeah.
shape to it. But we're doing like a rose gold with like a super, super deep red, like a Merlot red
Like a
together.
burgundy
Just 'cause it's
color, yeah.
such a unique like combination. Yeah, I love this red. Part of me wanted to do it just all black with the rose gold, but yeah, I can't say no. Whoops. I can't say no to this color here. This is like one of my favorites right now from Protopasta. It was their Always Colorful from the holidays.
So are you gonna put any like moving parts in that? Any robotics in there? Any motors?
So not with this guy. This guy's printed at like 200 or 300% what the actual, not from what the original file should be, but from what the droid should actually be compared to a person, which I love. Like, I love the idea. Please go away. Thank you. He's gonna do something gross, like spit food out. If he does something weird, just like just pretend you don't see it.
It's kids. They all do stuff like that.
Stay over
That's
there,
okay.
please.
That's what they do.
Gross. You're so gross. Yeah, so I considered putting his head on a swivel. This is the only part that like really, really matters to me. I'm not actually mounting the face on there for that reason, that I want to leave this open in the case that we can do some kind of a swivel mount here that will hold enough tension to hold the head, because the head is about 4 or 5 times the weight of the body.
Yeah.
And the legs are definitely going to be stationary. Just the way that the hip joints are made, there's like it would be near impossible. So I could reprint the entire droid using files from like the actual droid makers group. They have a couple sets of files that are sliced in a way that leave enough space for what's necessary. And the proportions are also a little bit different for what's needed. But I thought if I could keep it at this size and then just have the head be posable, even if it's not mechanical, I'd still be really happy with it.
Well, what they do is they put a box underneath the head to mount the motors in there, the servos to control the head motion. So it wouldn't be flat on the bottom with the arm coming up to it like you have a swivel that it pivots on. They actually have a box underneath so you can mount your servos in there to control that tilt. It's probably how they're doing it. I'm guessing.
The body doesn't have a ton of space inside of it. I feel like it could house. I mean, obviously, I don't know, like weight-wise, what kind of machinery that I would need, but like this is all hollowed out, and everything is mounted on the outside of it. When it comes to all the decorative pieces, they're all pretty much facades. So I have a good, maybe like 6x4 by 3 inch little housing unit, basically, which is another reason why I don't even want to glue it all together yet, is because it has the potential to be able to house either like a sound unit or a lighting unit or a battery pack in there, and I don't want to seal it up quite yet.
Well,
but
if you're putting a battery in there, you need to have an opening to fit the battery in and out of charges. If you're a sound unit, again, you could use like a small, like an Arduino Nano with an SD card. You can get versions of them with an SD card, where they play a sequence of sound when you trigger it on a remote control. So you'd wire it to a remote. When you push the button on the remote, they play a sequence of sounds, you know?
Yeah, one of my friends has that, and he controls everything on one hand. He does it. He's puppeteering basically with it. So he has like the black glove, sleeve, whatever, and on the other hand, or at the end of his hand, excuse me, he has a couple of triggers and a soundboard at the end, so he can actually like use his hands to manipulate the buttons. But this Filament 3D print noob, it's this is.
Pasta,
For some reason, it was just triggered. I was like, wait a second, that's not Joe. Okay, sorry. This gorgeous red color is Protopasta. Is it always colorful or still colorful? I think it's called still colorful because it's recycled, and that's the point of the name. But I will say it stains really badly. Actually, I'll show you. I tried to melt down.
Well, what you can do is you can clear coat it to stop that from happening. Hey, Biltover, how are you?
Oh, not too
Get
bad.
away. Go away. I'm serious. Go away. All right. Don't be weird. Thank you. So you can see on the inside of the bread pan, I was melting down all of my scrap. Everywhere that you see that, the red, obviously the reddish purple is where it's stained pretty bad.
Oh, it's a strong stain, yeah.
It's really, really strong, yeah. So even when I was doing my prints, I printed a few things afterwards, and I'd still see it coming out on some of the other filament. I don't even think that there was any of this color in these scraps right here. These are all new scraps, but it's super, super strong. And for some reason, my gold does as well. I actually think that's the Jessie PLA. Is it like Gold Galaxy, Glitter Galaxy, something like that? With a really, really deep gold that we all know.
I'm wondering if
that one stains pretty bad too.
if because it's recycled, they're putting in stronger colors to override the colors of the stuff they use to mix. The mixture of whatever's left over there that they're blending together, you know. So, oh, by the way, those of you who see, Marcus just posted a link there. If you see the XYZ calibration cube, go check it out. He posted on Crucial Printers. It's a Han Solo in carbonite XYZ calibration cube.
Build overbought. How you doing?
Oh, not too bad.
What
Have
are
you
you
thought
up to?
about on your rod using or printing a little attachment to attach it to like a drill bit? Just
yeah, I don't know.
Similar to a coupler.
It won't fit a drill, but it's all right. They're sending me replacements.
Well, you could actually. What I'm saying is that use a coupler to attach it to a drill bit.
Well, you can buy adjusters. You can buy attachments for drills that can you put it into a chuck, and it gives you a larger chuck attached to it. Right? You can buy those. And I was going to do that, but then they said they're going to send it to me. So I said,
Half-inch drive. It'll fit in a half-inch drive. I got one right here. And I can get my bearing to barely start, so I was going to tap it on, put it in my vise, and tap it on.
No, you'll damage the bearing. That's the wrong fit.
Then if it doesn't work, I'll buy more bearings, but I will try it. I'm not going to automatically say I can't tap it on, because 9 out of 10 times, anything I try, I can accomplish. So if it's a little bit too tight, I'll see if I can take some emery cloth, spin it in a drill, and work it down a hair. But
okay,
if you support the bearing,
what I'm saying to you is,
it will work.
Well, one thing about tapping it on too much, Jerry, is if you tap it on too much, right, the bearing will widen, and that will crush the ball inside in the bearing, and now the bearing, and that would actually stop the bearing from rotating, because the tolerances in there are small. So if it's too tight of a fit and you tap it on, you will stretch that inner wall of the bearing, and it'll end up crushing up against the
okay. With my hand, I pushed it on flush, so it will work. It's almost completely flush.
Mine wouldn't go on flush. Mine, the first 2 millimeters went down, and that's it.
Yeah, it'll work fine. It'll work. Because like I said, I almost pressed it on flush, 1/4 of an inch.
Okay, well then
these are a little
yours
over
are the right
inch.
ones.
Yeah.
Then yours are the right ones. Mine are not.
Okay.
For definite. Because I measured mine with the calipers, and there should be 0.5 or 0.05 of a millimeter difference, and mine is about like the rod should be 0.05 millimeters smaller, and the rod on mine is way bigger than the bearing.
Yeah.
So they won't fit on in my setup for sure. 1 second, guys.
See, we have ladies on the stream. We're not making any wisecracks. The chat's being clean.
That's all.
Yeah, it's weird. Okay, this is the other thing I finished last night.
What was that?
Way less cool than everything else I'm doing. All right, ready? Yeah, lightsaber.
Now,
It's so good. Now I'm gonna go around bopping my kids in the head with this one.
are you gonna put LEDs inside this?
In this one, probably not. This one, I don't think this would be worth it. This is just a simple. Like I've had the hilt done for quite a while, but this was my my first school of son. Oh my God, what's it called? Blood of My Enemies. And I was being super stingy with it, so I didn't want to print the blade until I absolutely knew that it was going to come out perfectly. So I did a whole bunch of other prints on it first. And when I was absolutely sure it was going to come out right, I printed it.
Nice.
You know what? You should consider doing one with the glow-in-the-dark filament. So the part that comes out is glow-in-the-dark, right? And the reason why I say that, get it clear so it glows in the dark. Because if you do that and you get a UV LED at the bottom of the when you push it out, you can have a UV LED down there, and the UV LED will actually make the whole thing glow.
Good idea.
Yeah. It's the
Yeah,
perfect
so
color.
Yeah, so phosphorescent material you can get it, but you need a hardened steel nozzle to do phosphorescent. But if you do that, you get a better. It will actually glow when you're done. You push it out, and then you push another button beside it to turn on and off the LED.
I would say then I'd have to install some kind of a switch or a button on it. This is like everything on here is stationary. Even the little carabiner on here is just decorative.
I know, but yeah, you can drill.
But for another lightsaber for sure.
Yeah.
But this one's just kind of I don't want to say a toy, but it's absolutely a toy.
Is that model from 3D Print World?
This one?
Yeah.
Man, I think I pulled this from. I think I actually pulled it from the Prusa site, so I don't know who made this one originally.
That's
and then the other one that I've been printing.
All right.
Was the building a white one as well, but this one's much nicer. I think it's much nicer. But this is done partially in resin, and then the other parts, all the silver is done in PLA. But I don't have them in there right now, so you can see a bunch of the green eco resin on there, so it looks kind of ugly. But if I slide this back in here just real quick, I can at least show off the paint. So we did just like a white base on it, and then.
Well, that looks good. That looks really good.
It's hard to see. But there's a green that shifts purple iridescent top coat on it, on all of the white. So while this is like silky and the silver is really, really nice, if you see the white, it's probably gonna be hard to pick up because my light is on. But I wanted to make like a white lightsaber, but I wanted it to have a little bit more personality. So if you can see some of the purple there, but it's a duochrome shift. It's a topper. That I put over the white, so we're having to fix up like the buttons have to be resized and stuff like that. But it's just been like lightsaber week, I guess. Didn't plan on that, but
hey Lama, how are you?
knocking out projects.
Cool. Anybody else who's come in and join? Let's see.
Build over Bob. What have you been up to, buddy?
Terrible bunch. I guess I'm actually building my first droid, because the printers are slow right now. I'm doing a pit droid because I work in a mechanic shop.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome.
We resize them and put cameras in them.
Oh my gosh,
they'll be
that's so
sitting
cute.
in the garage with cameras.
Nice.
If you boop it on the nose, will it like curl up into itself.
Oh,
Those are so cute. Yeah.
I've thought about taking the small one and turning it into my computer on-off button. But
That's cute.
Yeah, that would work. Yeah. No, the droids are fun. I maybe sometime this year I'll get another one started.
I'm going to do 3 large ones
Yeah.
for the cameras, but right now I'm just playing with the coloring because I'm going to try to avoid painting them out of laziness.
I want to start. I'd like to do a full-size R2D2.
Like
My wife wants one, but that just sounds like a month of
one?
work.
Yeah, like $1,000
Yeah.
bucks and lots of work, and it might even be more than that.
Yeah, but I'd like to do a full-size R2. It'll probably be months and months of work. Yes, it will. It'll be a lot of printing. It'll be a lot of sanding, a lot of filling and sanding and filling and sanding and filling some more. But in the long run, though, it will look fantastic. So I'm considering doing a full. But I don't want to print it in sections and glue it together. Doing that, I hate. So I'm waiting to see the possibilities of getting a larger printer that can do 500 or so, 500 by 500 by 500, and then do that to print the droid on it. Because that way, then I can print it in one piece. I can print the body in one go, as one whole unit. You know.
Well, it's still sections, but bigger pieces, yeah.
Yeah, bigger pieces. Like, and there's less. It's easier to put together. Like I can do the Lazy Susan as one piece.
You can buy the head. There's companies in the UK. You can maybe even in the US. I don't know. I'm not sure what they cost. But you can buy the dome in aluminum.
Yeah, they're expensive. They're really expensive to do them out of aluminum.
Well, what's money to you? You're a streamer. You're a Twitch guy. You do. You work for NASA. You got money coming out your nose.
I don't work for NASA.
Well,
I work for NASA and they don't pay me, so I do it for free.
So Brett,
hey Jim, how are you?
Posted. Oh, I love it. I posted a link in chat. There's a guy. His name on Thingiverse is 3D Printing World, and he was at the booth next to us at Murph last year. I don't know his name, but he prints some of the more popular retractable lightsabers and stuff.
I was gonna say I literally have Leia's over here, the classical Leia's saber over on my other screen right now. Like, wow, that's really beautiful. It's so easy on lightsabers to just like cut corners and to fuse individual pieces together to try to skip time. But like when people cut out every individual element of a lightsaber, it shows, they show some care with it, and I appreciate that. Edge of Tech is here.
Yeah, Jim,
Sup,
I just
peeps?
posted a link if you want to come in and join us.
What's up, Jim?
You're welcome.
Hey Jim. Do you have any
Bob.
extra filament? Because I have no shame, and my friend Shannon.
I got yelled at
needs
because
some
I went
filament.
to California, so I'm not talking about it anymore.
But she's not. No, she can't get yelled. So that was her birthday, right? So she had to have some money to like eat and survive, and like
I'm
God
trying to
forbid
move,
enjoy herself
so
on her
I'm,
birthday.
Like, going
She's
there
trying to
find
move. She
apartments.
just like if you have some extra filament, you could throw her way, Jim. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you.
I don't
He's
need
like,
print
this is
right now.
stranger asking me for favors.
Yeah.
Hi, no, you don't know me, but can you do me a
He
favor?
does know you. I think he does know
No,
you.
Hi,
I don't
Jim.
need the print right now. It's all good.
But when she gets settled in wherever she's going, or if she ends up staying where
It's
she
gonna be till,
is,
like,
just
August.
she needs some filament. So if you happen to have some spare filament sitting around from the holiday,
Does Shannon?
send it to Shannon.
Does
Thanks.
Sarah,
Needs
live
more
near
printing.
you?
What do you mean?
Does
What?
Sarah live close to you?
No.
Okay, all right. If they
Why?
go visit and she goes to the restroom, grab her filament, run it out the front door, throw it in your car.
I mean, I'm gonna have to take
Closer
her
to
printer
me.
too because her printer also works. Well, I don't know if it does right now, but it has a better chance of working.
Oh, Jim
So-
just said we can make that happen.
Dude.
That's awesome. We appreciate you, Jim. Thank you. I told you I have no
No,
shame.
because he has my
I have
address.
no shame
too.
asking for other
This is not
people.
fun.
It's not
Yeah,
I
funny.
don't
has
want to
no
ask
address
people
with
for things.
Oh my God, Shannon! Did you just land some filament? It's the worst. Get out
I
of
don't want to
touch,
ask
girl.
people for things. That's why I'm working on my own marketing.
That's why I
plan,
did
right?
it. That's why I did it. This is why we're friends. I got you, girl. I got your back. We're gonna make beautiful things. Marcus,
Yeah, thanks
this is
for my
actually.
back, by the way, on stream,
See?
because like apparently I got married in California and I was not aware of this, and Britt was like,
you?
"It's me."
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Am I allowed to? Can I like say this out loud? Can we talk about that out loud here
What?
in Twitch and here? So there's like some people just it's the internet, right? It's the internet. Gentlemen, you guys have all, been lovely and been yourselves, so we appreciate that. But some people really just like when you completely ignore them, just like push it until they finally get your attention. So she's just with grace and ease, just glancing over these comments. And so I just felt the need to attack it head on, being the aggressor that I am. And so he's just like, your husband, right? You're married, right?
I don't
Is
know
it
where
your
that
husband?
came
He's gonna
from,
like
though.
some comment like that. And so I was just like, me. It was me. I'm her husband. Hi. And then like the comments stopped. So yeah, it was just,
I don't know where that came from though, or what it was in reference to though. Like it was the most.
I don't remember
off-the-wall
either. I just remember the
remark.
comments were odd. Like your spouse, your partner, your person, right? So I was like, I'll throw myself in front of whatever train you
It was
need, girl.
bizarre.
I'm over here like, I'm her spouse. Thank you. Stop asking. We're here talking about 3D printing. Let's talk about 3D printing, bro.
Oh,
But yeah, no, it's like COVID didn't kill our social skills. This has been happening since the internet's been around. So
No,
I
but
felt the need to just squash
what
that
it
one.
has done- what it has done is there's been more and more asses
Hasn't
coming out
helped.
online than ever before. They've always been there. They've just gotten worse nowadays.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, I'm dealing
Yeah.
with the worst of the worst right now, and
Yeah.
it's not fun.
I'll say asses
Yeah.
have always been around, but there's a
The-
lot more unwashed ones being shown,
The
and we don't like that.
influencer attitude and ego and people that think they're entitled to something just because they decided to turn on a camera and go online is like atrocious right now. And it's all stuff that they would never actually say to somebody's face. That the
Yeah,
camera
I
lets
think-
them,
I think
Yeah.
that's
Well-
actually the key. That we're back to anonymity. People can hide behind their address again.
Dude, that's what's gonna be like. It's not though. Like, there's not. If someone really wants to try, like, I promise, if you've shown your face or if you've shown a screen name, if you have the same screen name on any other platform, you're traceable. And that's what I think is odd. Is so many people don't understand how much a footprint you leave.
But the other thing is, like, it's popular to support anything, even if it's not true. So, like, as long as an account that, like, says whatever, and they're verified, they have a following, it's cool to support whatever they're saying, good or bad, just because you want to be in that spotlight as well.
Well,
And
I actually
social
get
media
what
is
you're
total-
saying.
I
I get
troll
what you're
those
saying
guys,
about
though.
people finding you. I used to have a channel, and somebody showed up to my business.
Oh, that's
my
That's
YouTube
scary,
channel.
dude. Yeah, that's
Uh,
creepy.
So
Because I'm into the science and stuff, as you know. Because so, on certain things, I'll call people out and I'll correct them and stuff. But the guys who have channels and are obviously providing wrong information, especially around the sciences, man, I trounce all over those guys. I step all over them continuously, because there are people out there who are providing wrong information to people on an ongoing basis.
Yep.
And some of what they're saying is dangerous.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they do it on purpose.
One thing, but
Yep.
being blatantly wrong and intentionally providing wrong information, that can be dangerous. And
Man, I
have
wish that I could
no
tell you
idea.
what I'm dealing with right now. Not me personally, but I'm involved in it now. And when it comes out and I can talk on it, I'm gonna have a freaking field day. But that's exactly it, because people don't care what the consequences are as long as it like progresses their own.
Well, I was gonna say
attention,
until it affects them in real life.
Oh
I like to
yeah,
put that
and this
in real
situation
life
is
until it
going to,
affects
and it's gonna be
them.
fun.
What about dangerous Netflix shows? Is that what we're talking about?
Netflix.
that's actually probably more common than people think, because I did not have a big channel, and I actually had somebody show up to my
That's so
business.
creepy.
Now, if I list my name and you search my name, I own a business, so I'm easy to find. It's not like I'm hiding, But
Yeah.
Which
still,
is
it was
weird,
just
though.
shocking with less than 500 subscribers on YouTube to have somebody just show up.
Yeah.
to your door.
That's terrifying.
Was it
It's
friendly?
terrifying, like,
Do they want a hug?
Yeah, I was gonna say, did they talk to you? Did they like? What was the?
They talked to me. They were friendly. They were, perfectly fine. It wasn't, dangerous, or it was just more weird.
Yeah, it's awkward.
I'm going to come by next week and visit you. Is that okay?
At least you gave a heads up.
Come on.
It's a
Gave
original
a heads
store.
up,
It's not
no.
like anybody.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can
I say it this way: if somebody wants to visit me, call me first, make an appointment.
And bring free
You know.
stuff.
Don't call me, text me.
Bring giveaways.
Don't call me,
Yeah.
Marcus. Don't do it. Bring snacks, bring coffee, and you're welcome. I always wonder, like, how do celebrities do it, right? Like, when people want to put their name out there and they're like, I'm a comedian, and they use their full name, first, last name. Isn't that, like, how... I always feel weird, like, as an ordinary person, that, like, I use my first name, and people always come to me, they're like, you use your first name? Jerry has his first name. Shannon and her first name. And I'm like, it's just my first name. I have a pretty generic name.
Some of them do have, like, stage names. My first name's my name. What?
On YouTube, I used to list my mailing address, and I quit doing it.
Oh.
Because it is.
Yeah, no, get like a P.O. box or
I don't
something
do
if
that.
you're going to do that.
I don't do that.
I have a P.O. box that I use.
Yeah,
in my P.O. box,
about to do
my
that.
actual, like, P.O., like, on the post office's formal, letter that when you send them the letterhead that says your name and everything, it actually says Sith Lord Brit on there.
And then I wanted to, at one time, I was going to do a Google map and show a few people where I lived at my property. But I'm like, no, I'm going to get swatted on Twitch if I show people my address.
Yeah, don't do that.
Somebody would do it and think they're funny, and no, that ain't good.
I think most people are fine, but I'm not in Shannon or Britt's position. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I don't have fans, saying, "Hey, you're good looking" or anything.
I don't have fans saying that either.
Stop being modest. Stop being modest. You can brag about it. It's fine. We're not jealous.
But I think there is a difference.
It's all lighting, Bill. Over.
It's all the lighting.
Yeah.
It doesn't work
I
for me.
think there is a difference, and that's why it wasn't probably as freaky as it would be to other people.
Yeah.
I haven't had that happen, but I've had people multiple times come up at like conventions or something, and they're like, "Oh my god, I follow you. I did, whatever," and they like fangirl, and you're just like, "Okay, I don't know what to say to this because it's very odd. It's very odd sometimes. But I can't even imagine somebody going to like where
you have to have a save me light button, and we can, if you have a friend nearby, quick, come get me, come get me, come get me.
I have handlers at conventions all the time. I won't go by myself.
Because you're in costume, right? You need assistance. Yeah.
Yep.
I was gonna say, yeah, you usually have handlers.
Hey, Lana. Hey, Tim. How you guys doing?
It's also
Sorry.
usually my family.
Good.
So
guys, what are you up to?
Oh, burned up another board this morning.
Oh, of course. Why would
Board
you?
burner.
Did it smoke?
Yep.
Cool.
We should have. Did you live stream it?
Nobody's fault but my own.
Or did you live stream it?
Oh,
You can see it on Twitch. I did it this morning.
Oh, yeah, okay. I wasn't watching this morning. I was working, so.
What'd you do?
Literally, the very last stepper driver in the board, I
Yeah.
accidentally plugged in
backwards.
one pin down.
Oh,
Did anyone clip
Fired
it?
up.
just a minute.
And sparks and smoke, and the stepper driver went up in smoke and took the board out with it.
Fun.
Wow.
well, as long as he automatically posts VODs, it'll stay there for 2 weeks. So you guys still there.
Wow.
Yikes. It's scary.
Oh, wow. That's right. Yeah.
Hold on, let me mute myself.
It won't focus.
It doesn't focus.
You won't be
No.
able to see it. No. Well, you can sort of see it. It's all like burnt out.
You
at
can
the
see it
bottom.
looks a little bit charred. Yeah. Wow. Well, I destroyed one of my my X-axis and cables on one of my printers a while ago, just before we started the stream. Actually, I was homing the printer. I was leveling the printer, and it goes to the top of Z to level, and it comes down, and the cable that goes up to the stepper motor was wrapped around another machine right beside it. So when it moved up, it got hooked around and actually dragged on the cable and tore all the sheathing off the ribbon cable. So
Oh, jeez.
I have to go order a new ribbon cable. It's only a ribbon cable. Unplug it and plug it off the board, plug it back in, you're done, right?
That printer's jinxed.
I could probably make it myself, but I just order one. It's probably just cost the same to order one and to make one.
I think I'm going to rebuild it and send it to Shannon. She can have it. Let it jinx her.
So, but that'll be.
It jinxed freaking Glenn. Now it's jinxing me.
I was gonna say, actually, I think if you send it to me, maybe it'll undo all of the bad juju. It'll like neutralize. Just send me a broken machine.
You're closer because you're like right in New York somewhere, right?
Yeah. I was telling Papa Bear today. Papa Bear was streaming earlier, and I was like, that's the problem with having a broken printer. Sometimes is like you need to like do something with it, but you also feel bad trying to pawn it off on someone else and making it their problem, especially if you know everything that's actually wrong with it.
I don't have that problem.
Isn't your
you just throw it in the recycle bin or something? I just throw it in the bin.
Well, no, I just move on to the next one and leave it there and get to it at some point in the future.
I was gonna say, see, I don't have the space for that. I wish I did.
Well, this is my basement, so I have space down here.
Like, hashtag goals over here would be to monetize all of the social media and all the content that I make in order to have a maker space.
Actually, dues. You said someone's starving printer. Are you talking about Filament? That's actually Shannon who's in chat, who's actually on stream as well. Her chair is on stream right now, but she was here a while ago.
Over there, I'm here. There she is. Yeah,
what am I?
What? In chat.
Whisper Shannon.
What do I need to do?
Shannon.
Who? Why?
He says he's got a solution for a filament.
Oh, okay. Britt, also, are you monetized on anything yet?
I mean, my Twitch is obviously I have that monetized. My Instagram is just kind of like a place that all of my stuff reposts at, and I don't make YouTube videos, but my TikTok channel has gotten to the point where I have it like you have to apply basically like once you get to like 100,000 or whatever it is, but I'm at that like first mile marker. I don't know what else to compare it to besides Twitch, how it's like you're an affiliate and then you're partnered.
TikTok is
bad. Like that affiliate point. So I got my first video taken down, and it's because I had my cosplay on, but I actually put the word predator down in the bottom because it's a predator cosplay.
Yep.
They
TikTok,
they asked me, and I got my first like ping, and I was like, wow, that's like your permanent record.
Yeah.
It's on there.
So has Instagram monetized you yet?
No.
Okay. So TikTok is awful with their how they pay out, because it takes forever to like accumulate anything, because I have videos that have like 10 million views and I get like $2. It's literally, it's just absurd. But if you can get monetized on Instagram for their reels, and they should offer you when you hit a certain point, I make like an extra $200 a month on that right now because they do it by plays. So whenever,
and how does, I thought TikTok, they do it by time, right? They do it by screen time.
I'm not really sure how TikTok does it, to be honest. I have not figured that out yet. But they only get like a penny per like however many plays. It's really obnoxious. But it's by like views on your reels on Instagram. So if they offer you that on Instagram, I would do it, because you can rack up money like real easy. And all you have to do is like transfer your TikToks over to reels.
I was gonna say, I think mine automatically repost anyway, but I have a coach, I guess you can say, that I had to send like my profile and all my analytics to, and they were like, one of the first things they're like, have you ever deleted a video? Yeah, they're like, have you ever deleted a video? And I'm like, no, I'm good. And I was like, do you have any strikes against you? And I was like, yeah, I do. Guilty. I have a criminal record now. But it's the name of the character, so I don't know any way around it, because how else, like, if someone, like...
But, like, you're not going to be able to hashtag search it. You're
I
just
can't.
Gonna have
it's
you
just
can
cosplay.
write it out and just, like,
just
star out one of the letters.
Yeah, so that was kind of a bummer because I'm a rule follower. I don't know if you guys can. When I was younger, especially, like I was a rule follower. My house, I got away with nothing, so I followed everything to a T. So it was kind of like a little punch in the gut when I saw that.
It's S Rona. What's your Twitch? What's your Twitch? Is S Rona 88 or
And
something?
then
There she is.
yeah, the first one is wow, I can't even type my own name apparently. That's correct for most things, and then Twitter is the second one. Because somebody took my Twitter, took that name on Twitter. It's like some random guy that like never tweets, and I'm really upset about it, but it's fine.
You can always DM them and ask them to give it up.
They're like not on Twitter anymore. Like the account's like inactive.
Oh, it's inactive. Okay, I was gonna say
It's
I've had
been
people
inactive
do
for
that
like 8
on Twitch.
years.
That's what I hate when they do that and they don't actually take them out afterwards.
Yeah.
Like if somebody's been sitting there, they should actually delete them and make their names available again. You know.
Agreed. Yeah, people on Twitch do that often. They'll say, "Hey, I have a stream team, but this is my screen name, and you have the stream team name that I want." And people will actually barter each other for names.
So Tim, what are you working on? You're muted.
Me not. I'm unmuted now. I'm not working on much right now. Just organizing a little bit more and trying to decide what I want to do for this Sunday's live stream.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I'm thinking of the same. I'm thinking to do more on the belt, but I'm probably going to do a different section of it, smaller pieces, because I don't have the replacement bearings and stuff yet, so I can't do the belt section yet. But I can do where the idlers go into place and get the X-axis on and pieces like that. So I'm probably going to concentrate on that this weekend.
Yeah. Speaking of the belt, I got to get my CR30 up and printing. I got to get some stuff started to print for the Calgary Maker Fair coming up in May. I want to print a whole bunch of giveaways so I can give away at the booth. So,
did I show you? Did you see the ones I've been printing?
No.
Well, this is. I'll show you the big version of it. But I'm doing these. Let me come over here by the camera. Little giveaway coins.
How big is that size of a silver dollar?
Okay. I'm doing these are done in a gold silk, but that's for a Hubble Space Telescope.
Yeah,
I'm doing a presentation. I'm presenting at Henry Ford Museum in for every weekend, every Saturday for next month in the mornings, and I was going to make a whole stack of these as giveaways, as well as giving stickers out to everybody. Give these to the kids as well, you know.
You said next month, right?
Yeah, so it's every Saturday in April. I'll be there when they open up, or just after they open up, so around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, nighttime.
Hey, Liam, these rods are supposed to be what, 15 millimeters?
No, 14 point something.
Because I keep getting my cheap caliper, wherever I probe it at, I keep getting a different number.
Uh-oh.
Well, what is the measurement you're getting?
What?
What is the measurement you're getting?
15.11, 14.87.
Well, 14.95 is supposed to be. And then the bore of the bearing should be 15. So it should be there should be 0.05 of a millimeter difference to allow the pressure fit.
My bearing is 14.990.
You have another caliper to measure it against, Jerry?
No, I just got the generic one off Amazon.
The one.
Yeah, I know mine definitely will not fit. I even tried hammering together. I tried heating the bearing and freezing the rods and to try and get the method to compress.
14.95. But anyway, I know I can get them together. So.
Well, if you can get yours together, then yours are fine. Mine won't. So I have replacements coming in.
That's frustrating when you don't have all the parts you need for a project.
Well, it's missing. There's some bolts I need to get as well because it doesn't have them in the kit. So I'd have to, but I'll go buy those. I don't mind buying those. I can buy them individuals locally, you know.
Yeah, I
Well,
had
you
to
People on Twitter bitching about them.
for the ABL, I had to go to I just went by a regular Home Depot is what we have here, and they didn't have the metric size
They don't. Yeah, they have some machine screws,
nuts
but
or
not an
whatever.
awful lot.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
had to go to like a super specialty store on the opposite side of the island to go find what I needed. But yeah, even Amazon didn't have it exactly
Well,
what I
I
needed,
went
and I
to-
was like, "This is frustrating that the BL Touch couldn't just come with everything I actually needed or could potentially
Yeah.
need."
Well, there's a company
mount
near
it.
me called Fastenal. There's the box there. Fastenal. You can get all the
Yeah.
metric
We
sizes
can
with them.
really read that from here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, too far away. Fastenal is the company name.
Yep.
And
They actually sell online.
they sell a lot. They can get all the metric measurements off them. You can get a whole pile of stuff, and if you can buy it online. You are like, for me, they're 15 minutes drive from my house, so I can go down there any day from 7:30 until 3 in the afternoon or 3:30 in the afternoon, and just walk in there and say I need this. And if it's an M4 or bigger, they have it. M3 down, they don't, but they'll order it for you and get it delivered.
Yeah, McMaster's probably a lot cheaper online.
I haven't gone to McMaster's, but Fastenal doesn't require an account for me. I can just walk into the store and buy it.
He's Liam.
It depends on which store you have. Some of them deal with exclusive big contracts.
Yeah. Yes, sir. You're right. What to say?
He wears his NASA uniform in, and then they sell to him.
No. Just walk in. And
I
say,
have a
need
Fastenal.
Okay.
I actually have a Fastenal account for my store because I have a mechanic shop essentially.
Yeah.
We also do retail for parts, but they won't sell here to the local anybody walking in off the street.
Really?
But I understand some stores do.
Years ago,
Well-
you could call up any major automotive place, parts center, and your Jack's towing service, blah, 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 and you want such and such a part, and automatically save yourself hundreds of dollars. And they didn't check on it back in the day.
Yeah. Well, for
Tim?
me, Fastenal he's been fantastic. If anything, they don't have M3, so M4 or bigger they haven't stopped. And 99% of the time, the only thing they didn't have, and I had to order them on Amazon, is two things: square nuts for bolts, right? And peanuts. They don't stock peanuts at all. I had to go to Amazon to get those. But everything else metric I need, I can walk into the store and they have what I need, 99%. So.
Llama, I found that clip and I posted it in chat. So we
I was
could
about to
all
say I want to point out that Marcus found that clip. That was a very
sound on. That's all I'm saying.
you were just
What's
the
up,
clip?
Marcus?
you were on point, sir.
You know, M3 is actually about where most of the stuff stops. I bought a hardware store a few years back, and that's as small as I go, is M3.
Yeah. Well,
I go to a mom and
Fastenal
pop
and
place.
M4.
There's a mom and pop place 2.5 miles from here called Mead Hardware, and they have all kinds of anything and everything. But they'll cost more than Home Depot or Lowe's, but you can buy one of this, one of that. You know. So.
This
Who remembers
wall
Mr.
behind
Decorator?
me is literally the old hardware store. That's where I live. I built a house on the second floor.
Cool.
The first floor is my business. This actually was the local town hardware store.
Well,
Oh,
that's neat.
cool.
And when they closed, we bought a bunch of the hardware because why not?
Yeah,
Most
you
people don't
do
have the
them.
room to store it.
Yeah. So, but I go there. I go to Home Depot a lot for stuff, but not so much for the 3D printing side of things because they don't have that. Bolts and screws and so on. I go to if I need metric, I go to Fastenal, and then anything else, it'll be Home Depot or Lowe's if it's just DIY stuff.
A friend of my brother's out in Front Nevada just bought a double wide. He's moving from Fallon, Nevada down out to Pahrump. And whoever, I guess, lived in the house, I don't know if he got put in a home or what happened to the previous owner, but there's a shed out back that's just packed with tools. It is so cool. And he got all that. There's all a big throw-in on the property. So, and he got his steel of a deal on it. A lot of outbuildings on it. Of course, it's all dirt. It's in front. And it's got well-wired fencing around 2.5 acres. But it's amazing. You walk in the shop and there's like tools everywhere. A lot of it's older stuff, but there's all kinds of stuff just piled up. So.
Is that crackle noise? Okay, go ahead.
What?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Marcus, is that crackle noise that I hear in the beginning? Is that the board catching on fire?
I think so.
Because I don't see any smoke, but I hear a little like right when he plugs it in, and that's what I'm assuming it is. Poor llama.
Yeah, that's the circuits frying themselves. Yeah.
Aww.
I mean, llama could confirm, but I'm pretty sure that sound is the smoke being released.
It's probably the
Sure,
circuit.
you actually take a few old tools and restore them.
It is
show
ready.
People, they'll bring you
Would you all like to see it
tools.
go up
Trust
in
me.
smoke?
Oh man, do you guys ever watch the I can't think of the name of the account on YouTube, but there's a really cool YouTube account where this guy is like, it only ever shows his hands, but he restores a whole lot of like old tools or
I've seen him,
like Nintendo cases, and oh
Yeah.
my god, I'm so addicted to that channel.
Good
I
night.
love it.
I've got an
like all
old
the
telephone
old-
right below me. Old dial telephone's below me on the counter. And I got a bunch of my dad's old tools out in the garage.
That's what we started our YouTube to do. We ended up doing other things, but we that's my hobby, is restoring old antique tools.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love watching that channel. It's so good.
You have an electrolysis tank to clean off the rust and stuff?
Yes.
Sweet.
I also have some casting capabilities, lathe, mill, surface grinder, drill press, all of them from 1970 or previous.
Nice. Yeah, I have
cool.
like I have a small metal furnace for like copper and silver and gold. He'll do
Liam,
small,
look up.
Look up to what?
Matt had his hand up.
No, sorry, Matt. What's up?
You're the teacher. Didn't you see that?
He's sitting in the dark. How can we see him? What's going on, Matt?
Could you? I just posted something in private chat. Could you repost it in chat, please?
No.
Oh, I thought you had your hand up. You had to go pee or something. You need permission. Okay. All right. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay. I'll copy and paste them, and I'll say these are Matt's. These are the links you have to avoid going forward.
Sometime I'll do a tour of it. I actually have the drill press that the doors for the World Trade Center, the front doors were made on.
Wow.
And before that, it actually made LST landing craft for World War One. That's kind of what started me.
Okay, these links I'm posting, guys, are Matt's links, not mine.
Oh, sure.
Matt can advertise these channels.
I say built over is, yeah, I was gonna say, do you have your YouTube link?
I don't have anything on YouTube anymore. I erased everything.
Oh, you took it down? Okay. Oh, that's
I'm
such
going
a
to start
shame.
back up, but after my wife was surprised with people or the person showing up to the business, we took it down for a while. Also, she no longer comes on camera.
That's fair. I mean, yeah, that's fair.
But
Yeah, none of my family have come on camera with me ever.
the old drill press, it's 2,000 pounds. My wife bought it for me thinking it was a small drill press. It was the very first thing she bought after she moved in with me.
2,000 pounds?
Drill press.
What is a small drill press?
Nice. You know what this place needs? A giant drill press.
Yeah.
It's cute. That's really cute.
Yeah, I've had a few of my Facebook friends throughout the last couple of years come by and visit, rarely, occasionally. And one person, when I first started my group, wanted to come by and hang out. And I looked at his profile and his picture, and it's like, no, that ain't gonna happen. So,
I'll tell an odd story about Sandy. When I knew it was a full love for the rest of my life was, we were at an auction, and she said we had discussed getting married. Getting an engagement ring, she asked for a metal lathe rather than a wedding or engagement ring.
Wow.
Oh, it's a keeper. That's a keeper.
As a mechanic,
that's beautiful.
I bought her the lathe, obviously, and she won't wear the ring anyway.
I was gonna say I have a friend who she's a triathlete, and she's very much like not a jewelry person, and her husband knew that, so he actually proposed to her with a pair of sneakers.
Oh, that's cute.
She took. I would say it's really cute, and like obviously she doesn't like run in them or anything. She like, they're like special sneakers. But I thought that was the cutest thing to, it's like it's almost like would be an insult, right? If I'm going to buy you this super nice ring that you hate and you're not even going to wear, it's kind of what's the point of that? So
why does a woman have
stories
to have
like that?
Why does a woman have to buy a wedding dress when you're only going to wear it once and it can sit in the closet forever?
When I give it to their daughters.
Because that's what society has pounded into our brains.
I think it's a
from
huge
the
waste
time we
of
were
money.
born.
Just if you want a wedding dress, rent it and then return it, and you had your day with it. But
we ended up
because to some
eloping.
people that has a lot of value, and yeah, it's because it's
The demand
that's a
value.
very traditional
Well,
thing.
traditionally, actually, what's often done is it would be later on converted for the first child's christening gowns.
only a woman could answer the question. A man wouldn't have the right answer ever.
Well, I'm saying that's what was traditionally done, right?
Yes.
They'd often be converted into a christening gown for the first child.
Well, my wife would never have any kids. It's not possible. So.
I was gonna say, yeah, well, weddings are for everyone, but for some people it matters greatly. Not everyone's the same. Some people really value that experience. Yeah.
Tim, what are you?
I wasn't one of those, but I do love pictures. I do feel like whatever you do, I feel like documenting the day is pretty important. That's just my personal opinion. I like when people get really cool pictures done or really fun pictures done, regardless of what you're wearing or if you have a ring or not. I just feel like pictures are the coolest. I love looking back at people's wedding pictures.
Yeah, I'm going to get married in June this year.
Congratulations.
So,
Nice.
Very exciting.
Yeah, he's going to experience a third ring.
My birthday's on the 12th of June.
I'll be the odd one out and say condolences.
Oh,
I'm gonna say,
My wife is the
you all
not
know
standing
what the
next
third
to
ring
me
is,
for the
don't you
first
guys?
time today. So
You all know what the third ring is, don't you?
What the what?
Oh,
The third ring.
the suffering.
Really, you don't know what?
oh yes, the suffering.
Oh my god.
The wedding ring, the suffering, right?
You guys make it sound so miserable and terrible.
You come to chain
And yet you still do it, so it can't be all that bad. Can't be all that bad.
Well, here's what I say, right, Matt? You should get married. Why should you be the only happy person here?
I don't know if this is a diss on like me or you, Britt, right now.
No, we're making fun of Matt actually.
Because like in all joking matters, Britt's apparently married to me. In all serious matters, like I'm just by myself, guys.
He's over here straight chilling. I was gonna say definitely like the like that traditional like sense of what American marriage is definitely sounded horrible to me. I didn't get married to my partner until after we had our first child, and it was just kind of like, we're already here, all right, great, and we just had a nice dinner with our family type of a thing. But it was weird because before then, building up to actually being married to another human, being like, I want to live with you under the same roof forever, like that's such a big thing. I always wanted the big wedding and it mattered and it was all about the wedding, but once I finally found someone that I was like, this is someone who makes me happy and I would like to, like this is my lobster. That was exactly the point when weddings didn't matter anymore, and it was like I literally couldn't have cared less, which was weird. Growing up as an American girl, you're always taught like weddings are the best day of your life, and it's like there's all this built-up stress and all these expectations that are stupid because you don't end up enjoying the day and what the value is supposed to be there. So yeah, it finally took me just being like, Yeah, weddings are dumb. And then I ended up finding the person that I was like, I would marry you though. And it was a really beautiful day. It was nice. We had our family there, and we just went out to a nice dinner and went home and slept in our own beds that night. And I was like, it was like the greatest day. It was perfect weather. It was a beautiful day. Unfortunately, my son slept through the whole thing, but it was like, whatever. We had a justice of the peace that had a purple mohawk. Yeah, she had a purple mohawk. She was rocking it. It was such a surprise. But it was a good time. But I definitely feel like us as humans could stress the importance of like the event a lot less, and maybe like stress the importance of like healthy relationships a little more.
Yeah.
But that's just, what do I know? I'm just a Sith Lord over here,
I joke about
devouring souls, and what do I know about love?
Watch it in the Force and be done with it, right?
I joke about it when technically more with my wife's here, but I actually spend 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with my wife. It is actually very rare that she's within farther than 5 feet away from me. So I spend more time with her than anybody I know that spends with their wife. And technically, I never would have dated her when I was younger. That's I think where all of our weddings go wrong. We go for the wedding instead of the person.
Yeah, for sure.
If you add up all the minutes a day I talk to my wife, maybe a half hour to an hour in a 24-hour period all day long, and she's in another room always watching TV and never out where I'm at. So.
Unless a customer calls her away, my wife will actually sit there and watch me work and hand me tools.
Aw, that's really cute. I was say, I think my husband talks to me for like 7 minutes. 7 minutes a day, give or take. That's why we still like each other. I leave it alone, he leaves me alone, and we talk when we need to.
Since COVID, my wife has been working at home for 2 years, and like so, my office is in the basement, and she works upstairs in the living room, but like we see each other all the time. Like we're walking over and by past each other all the time. And it's before that she'd have to go to the office in the morning. So, but it's good.
Yeah. Can I do a survey real quick? How many minutes a day do you talk to me?
I don't.
How many minutes a day do you want?
If he needs me, he texts me.
We like him already.
How many minutes a day do you think you talk?
Oh. Well, you're pushing about 3 minutes right now.
So, that's talking now?
Tell him he'll fit right in.
That's him that's talking now.
My wife will PM me on Facebook to make her something to eat or bring her a drink, whatever. That happens a lot.
I think that's our personalities, though. Some people are very like interdependent or codependent on each other, which is fine if it works for both people. But for us, I found the other person that was very fine with me being my own person and all of my weirdness, and was fine celebrating me instead of trying to be like, could you be more like not weird? He was like, cool, yay.
Well,
so that's why that's why I think it works.
It's about
I think so.
Accept your weirdness, and maybe maybe in their own way they are just as weird as you are. So
he's definitely he is. Oh, he's for sure. I celebrate his weirdness. I celebrate your weirdness. It's beautiful. Thanks for letting me do my 3D printing cosplay stuff. He likes Star Wars. I think that's like the one thing that we had in common when we first started dating. But he doesn't. You guys notice he doesn't come into my space. He doesn't like come in here or come in to chat. He doesn't really like mess around with the printers or anything like that. But it's kind of like just a part of like allowing the other person to have their own identity type thing. So some people I think are confused when they're like, "What do you mean he doesn't 3D print also?" We just kind of do our own.
I've got my own thing.
That's right. He does his smart people stuff.
I do my stuff, but what I recognize in this 3D printing world and I don't know any of it, I can see how complicated it can be, and how.
Hear that, guys? We're complicated.
I can see getting the process to work correctly.
It can be
requires you to do a lot of little things.
Tinkering.
Right.
We call it tinkering. Right, guys? Tinkering.
And that's exactly what I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
currently. So
Tinkering?
Huh?
Do you want to take a look at that printer over there?
No. I don't know any of the little things that go into it, but I realize that there are a lot of little things that go into making it work correctly. And I don't know what those things are.
That's why we're all big brain people, right?
But I recognize that
we're all big brains here. Store all the little things in.
I recognize that the problem requires
a lot of
thought and a lot of dedication to make it function how it should function.
Oh, that's
you guys are all patient. You guys are all big brains.
Press a whole bunch of buttons.
Well, no, that's my problem.
That's button mash.
That's why I'm struggling with it all the time. I have to think about stuff. I shouldn't be doing that.
I just use half of my wife's brain and add it to mine.
I use Ethan's brain.
Makes no freaking sense.
I gotta take off. I have to do laundry, unfortunately. But it was
great
nice
night.
hanging out with you all.
Take care, Marcus. See you, Marcus.
No, it's
Bye, Marcus.
tinkering with stuff is fun, right? It's that's why we do what we do, right? We like playing around and figuring stuff out, and when it doesn't work, trying to troubleshoot problems.
Unless you buy it brand new out of the box and you plug it in and it's supposed to work, and then you got to fix it, then there's a problem.
That just feels bad because you expected something different.
Like if I wanted something that works, to work perfect straight out of the box, I'd expect to pay a couple of grand for a machine that does that. We buy cheap, we buy lower end, low cost machines, and we expect to tinker, right?
A little bit.
I actually think more of the issue is talent, artistic talent, getting these things really to do well.
I think it's more you need to have a little bit of a mechanical aptitude, because you need to be able to look at an issue and say, okay, what mechanically can be causing this to go wrong? And if it's not a mechanical issue, then it's software. But you always look at the mechanics first, and you need to have some mechanical aptitude to understand. Okay, this belt moves on this idler, and it controls this head or whatever. And if anything along this chain is loose, that's going to cause me a problem. Or if it's not taut enough, that's going to cause me a problem. And
14 bolts, that's crazy.
Say that again?
14 bolts with T-nuts in that one corner is crazy.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it's a lot of strange. Yeah.
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But in order to put the corner on, you got to have them all in. So,
I think where I'm going is where I was coming from is basically mechanical talent to make the printer work, artistic talent to make the printer useful.
That's true.
You
can see that.
Yes.
Like a CNC.
I've had a printer for years, but it wasn't useful till my wife got involved.
So I do a lot of
the artsy one.
And because I do a lot of practical prints, I have a practical use because I'm mechanically minded, right? I look at something, I see an issue, I can design something to fix it. Like I need to fix my lawnmower. I can design the part to fix my lawnmower, and I can print it because I think mechanically, right? The way my mind works, it's different. Are you going printing, Tim?
Yeah, and what are you printing, Tim?
It's
going to be rolling off.
Yeah, let's see it.
Let me tell you in a second if it works.
I swear, I think I have an idea of how to make a bell printer.
Go on.
Don't say it on stream. Someone might steal it.
I'm not saying it. So you have to wait till I get a bell printer because I'm talking to somebody who wants to sell his CR10, 30, I mean, bell printer, and I think he wants like 300 for it because I think it is, his nozzle is clogged up because the bottom tube is burned, I believe.
Because he's printing too high temperature, yeah. That looks like a good first layer, Tim.
Yeah, I actually gave it that's its version of a skirt. So
Tim, is this the kit that Liam's currently building? This is your own?
This is a CR30 that I've...
Oh,
okay. Family CR30 Creality original.
I've had for 9 months, but I just unboxed it a week or two ago.
I say, but is it mounted on the wall?
Oh, I'm not going to mount it. No.
He's going to do what's his name?
This is a print of a whistle. I want to print hundreds of whistles for the Maker Faire to give out to people, so that it drives everybody nuts in the Maker Faire when the kids start blowing them.
That would be funny. That sounds like something I would do.
Yeah.
We did death whistles.
They're going to invite you back.
Tim, you're a troublemaker.
You're going to make lots of
death whistles for Halloween. Those were popular. Look that one up.
These, and I'm giving away a bunch of little shopping cart key things. Like up here, you need $1 to put in your shopping cart, a loonie, to get your shopping cart at Walmart or whatever. And I've made these plastic inserts that you can put on your keychain and open your shopping cart for nothing. So it's not. I mean, the dollars are refundable. See, a lot of people go to the grocery store and then you end up searching for $1.
Yeah, if you don't have one, you don't have one on you.
If you don't have one, you don't. So you just plug this in, it unlocks the cart, and you take it out.
Yeah,
and it's not like stealing because it doesn't. They don't keep the $1 anyways. You get the $1 back when you bring the cart back.
When you bring the cart back, I love that.
Chris Travis said,
"We're just gonna leave a whole bunch of."
Love it.
One second, Matt.
What is this?
Chris Travis said he's been in maintenance for 30 years and he has no mechanical aptitude.
He says that, but I don't believe that for a second.
No, neither do I. We've tried.
Trav has big brain energy all day. He's very talented. I feel that same way though, about medicine. So as an EMS prior to having my kids, and that's very much how medicine is. It's like to a degree, you do have to know the mechanics of how the body works and why it goes wrong. And then there's other times when you're in a situation where it's like this is where medicine becomes an art. And you have to be creative and use both sides of the brain and say, well, this is the situation. This is the patient. This is what's going wrong. This is how it's presenting. What can I do to help? So you have like this whole, oh, wow, look at that. Sorry, I was looking at Tim's screen. That's laying down nicely. This whole mystery, and you're a detective, with 15 minutes to go to the ER.
Yeah.
So I don't know if anyone else is in the medical field in chat or in stream, but that was always my approach as well, was as long as I know the mechanics, the people who really thrived were the people who were also artistic.
Tim, what is that on the right-hand corner on the bottom?
On the right-hand corner.
Yeah, does it look like it's overheating? Yeah, it's a little bit over extrusion or heating.
Here?
This. No, on the thing itself where it's printing.
Oh, this?
No, it's just
right there.
Just a shadow or something. Actually, that little tip there is part of the skirt that it ran.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah. Yeah, I see where you mean. You're looking right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little part of the skirt.
That'll pop right off when he's done. Yeah.
I don't even know if this will print properly. I've never used Idea Maker before, and I didn't know how to orient it, so I just guessed. I oriented it and didn't put any supports in it. So
the one thing you have to remember about belt printing is, now I don't have a belt printer. I'll admit I do not have a belt printer, but I understand the mechanics of how it works. And you have to make sure you do not print anything with a forward leaning edge.
Right.
And the belt, because you'll print this up in the air. You always make sure it's vertical or tilted backwards.
Yeah. Well, I sliced it and then ran the slice preview and said, okay, it looks like it's going to work. So we'll see.
Yep.
Idea Maker's preview is pretty damn good. It's probably one of the best ones. So
it is incredible. Yeah.
And you must remember one thing: if at first you don't succeed, cheat.
Exactly.
That's so wrong.
Yeah. This isn't your first print, then, is it, Tim? Is this literally your first print, or have you printed other items on this already?
This is literally the first print that I've sliced. The first two prints I did were the test prints on the disc. So this is my first print that I sliced myself. Yeah.
Yeah. Idea Maker is fantastic slicer.
Oh, it's great.
And
it's the best one.
Fortuner, they're great. If you have the supports break off very, very easily 99% of the time. Use the default settings. Don't change them. You won't need to.
Yep.
And its infill is excellent too.
I will say Prusa Slicer will give you slightly better looking supports. They come off a lot harder. Idea Maker may not look quite as good, but you just leave them default and they just pop right off. They are the easiest. There is no better slicer when it comes to supports. Sorry,
Yeah.
Prusa Slicer's got some fancy features, but the actual final product is not as good.
Right.
I use Idea Maker for the IDEX machines. I use it in most of my printers. I prefer Idea Maker over anything else. I'll go to Cura now and again for certain things that Idea Maker doesn't have, but there's not many. And there is another called the Wii. There's another slicer I have to use called Wii Builder for one machine. And it gives really good print, so I use that because it has optimized settings for that printer. Its profile is specially built for that printer, and it works really well. But other than that, I use Idea Maker for, I would say, 95% of what I do.
They're all good. I don't care what anyone says. I've been doing a thing. I'm going to do a little video pretty soon about setting them all up for custom printers, which is why I wanted this freaking thing running, and it's not going to. Setting them up from scratch, not having any pre-made profiles, not having anything. So you literally have to go in and set every little setting up. I'm gonna, been recording it, and
I think it's lifting up, isn't it?
Cura's second, and they're from loading the application to inputting the information for your printer to getting your first printout. Idea Maker's like 10 minutes. Prusa Slicer is like 100 different settings you have to shut off that it automatically turns on, but in reality, they're all good. If you spend the time to tune them, they're all just as good. It's interface at this point.
Tim, is it lifting up?
Any one of the five, really.
Yeah,
the one I want everyone to start looking at is Craftbot.
Maybe.
Craftbot is really looking really good now.
Yeah.
Hey, Liam.
Yeah, maybe
Yes,
it's
sir.
lifting a little.
When I had to tap that
it
aluminum extrusion, it was a 5mm bit, and the pitch was 0.80.
Yes, that's the size. That's the threaded
Because
screws.
They made
Not
two
even
different
on
ones.
that
I took
anymore.
a piece of extrusion with me, and I tried one tap, and it wouldn't work. And the second one, he wouldn't let me open. I said, okay. And I bought the other one. That's the one that worked. Then I just used the drill.
The thread pitch is a 0.8.
Yeah. So, anyway, I used 3-in-1 oil on my drill, and I ran them in and out real carefully, and they worked fine.
Hey guys,
When I
I'm
do-
hopping off of here real quick, okay? Because Sarah wants to hop on here, so I'm gonna go hang out with her for a little
No,
bit.
she can hop in still.
You can have 10 people
No,
on.
we were having our own stream anyway tonight because we're trying
Oh.
to stick to a schedule. It was supposed to be Tuesday, and then we got like real distracted yesterday, so she wanted to do one tonight. So, I'm gonna go.
You have,
do that.
have a wonderful evening, and have a great tomorrow and the rest of your week. And
Bye,
Thank you. See you
Shannon.
guys.
See you
take
later.
care.
Hey, girl. Take
All
care.
right.
Are you knitting again?
I'm so I'm actually taking apart a piece that I started to put together. Have to redo it. But I have like 75% of this done.
Cool.
Nice.
She was knitting on stream the other day. I was like, are you really knitting on stream? She's like, knitting away. Then she goes, plays video games. And she starts knitting again.
Jim, it's lifting up.
was
Yeah, I know.
what
Yeah,
is going on here?
yeah, that,
Oh, no.
I just want to see what happens. I'm going to let it go.
Yeah.
It's pretty much fallen off the bed already there, Tim.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got a layer adhesion
It's
issue.
completely lifted from what it
I
looks
think
like.
Tim's waiting for the colossal fail.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Did you? Okay, they say you have to, Tim. They say you have to season those belts before you get really good regular bed adhesion.
Yeah.
So, like
Salt and
print
pepper.
hard on it over and over and over again to get it embedded with material somewhat.
Yeah.
Italian season.
Dry rub.
Afterwards.
Dry rub.
I'll just coat the whole thing with nanopolymer adhesive.
What's his name?
I don't know if that'll work on that.
No,
Is that
what's
more like a fabric?
Pooch.
It's
Pooch has a whole process he recommends to go through. So check Pooch.
Tim was
about
kidding.
how
He
to
just
find
wasn't
them.
smiling.
it it.
Hey Dan, how are you?
I could be I don't have the model oriented the proper way either. So again, it's my first time slicing a model for this thing.
Well,
So
share your screen. Let me see how it looks.
boom, boom, share screen. I can share this one, and then I can pop it up. So if I then just go like this, all I did was lay it. Whoops. Like that.
Okay, let me see. 1 second.
What is it?
It's a
Oh,
whistle.
it's a little car thing.
It's a whistle.
Oh, it's a whistle?
Yeah, let me see how it looks. 1 second. Can
And
you
then if
zoom
I-
in on it?
Whoops.
Give one to your sons. Say, here, go wake up mommy. See if it works.
Now, if I slice it,
no, that should print okay.
if I slice it, boom, and then preview the slice. So basically, it's just up. So it should print
No,
okay.
we are responding to the chat. RC. We said hi to Dan when he popped in.
That should print okay.
Actually, it's going to fail on the front
On
of
the
it.
end. Yeah, the
Yeah.
very left
RC,
end's gonna
CNC,
fail, 'cause
hello,
that's
hello.
all floating in the air.
Oh, is
Actually, that might, with a belt printer, that actually might hang on. 'Cause it's really not
There's nothing
printing
on the
anywhere.
one. It's going to space cadet too much. It's going to end up folding, but that's not what's causing your problem now.
No.
Dan the man, how are you? I've been over there busy, so I haven't been talking to chat.
Yeah.
This is Liam's channel.
And I've been responding to chat. I saw Dan popping in and I said hi to him already.
No one will ever say I don't talk enough.
And I vote with chat on using the barbecue rub. I'm just curious what it'll do to the belt.
Oh, my dinner's probably almost here. Barbecue rub on the belt? Okay.
When I want to be heard, I just interrupt and talk over whoever's talking.
If it needs seasoning, I kind of like Italian or, a good teriyaki honey.
Yeah. But I think that will work.
Oh, wow.
The only ones I worry about is the overhang in the front, Tim, where
Yeah.
there's a big opening and there's a top layer. Between the bottom and the top, there's a big opening.
Oh,
I
okay.
worry about that overhang. It might, like, you're not printing on air, but it's so thin, I'm wondering if it'll sag.
Yeah. We'll see. This
RC,
one's gonna fail
CNC, and
anyway.
Dan, why don't you pop in on screen and we can talk to you in person?
Yeah, guys, here's a link.
We
Let
can
me
have
get
up
this
to
link
10
again.
people
There
on
it goes.
screen.
Oh, there it goes. Oh, that lifted pretty good there.
What else we just lose?
And I'll just have to
Hit
reorient
the
Well,
wrong
it.
Liam. That's his screen. Party time. Liam's
Yeah, you
gone.
hit the wrong button.
And we're going to lift again. I think I'll stop it and
Let's
reorient
start talking
it.
about flat Earth and how space isn't real and the moon is really just a figment.
How we've never been there, but maybe someday we will be.
The landing on the moon was fake.
Yeah, I kind of go along with that.
When we all know Liam's behind the flat Earth movement, I mean, all this NASA stuff's just a fake. He is flat Earth man. Poor Liam. Factoid man.
That's one thing nice about stream. There he is.
There's
And you're back.
Sorry, guys.
Flat Earth guy.
Flat Earth guy.
What happened? You clicked the wrong button?
Question.
No, I just don't know. It just everything seemed to freeze and then resumed again for some reason.
Oh. Duff 204. Hello, hello.
Doesn't work.
Duff's been in here a while,
Strong.
but so what happened? So it failed, right?
Oh, of course. It was starting to lift more, so I'll reslice it.
Mustang 28. Hello, hello.
Hey, how are you? Your internet went down? I'm going to blame Matt because if his internet went down, it affected me.
You guys are so close together.
No, he's in the UK. I'm in Michigan. There's a small bit of distance between us.
Where the heck?
I'm probably closer to Tim in Canada than I am to Matt.
I closed my slicer. That sucks.
Well, I'm going to get out of here because I haven't seen my wife in a little bit, and she's cooking a nice fancy dinner. So.
Oh, cool.
Oh, very nice. You better go and eat.
Yeah, enjoy your dinner.
Thank you for dropping in. It was nice seeing you.
Have a good night, everybody.
Take care.
Take care.
Yeah, we are Mustang. We're all into 3D printing here as well. Not only 3D printing, we're into 3D printing, CNC, lasers, cosplay, costume design, and bit of everything really.
Knitting.
Walking this and stuff.
I'm really not
Crochet. More crochet than knitting.
Crochet. Sorry.
Mustang, you can ask questions if you want to ask away.
I don't know what the difference is between the two.
It's called
knitting is the two needles where you kind of like pass all of the loops from one needle over to the other needle, and it's almost like a slinky. It goes back and forth as you build it up. Whereas the yarn is stationary, and the needle is actually like doing all the moving and the work, and kind of adds on the yarn as you go.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, manipulation of yarny things.
Yep, exactly. I would say they both do the same thing. They just create loops. It's just one continual loop, and yarn. It's just how you go about it. But I think knitting is harder because you have two things going at once, but also it like tends to cinch down and get really tight. So you'll be like halfway through a blanket and you have to like unravel half of it and start over again.
Oh.
Knitting's a little bit harder than crochet. A little more forgiving.
Yeah, so some of us do like Lana has a large CNC, Jerry has a small CNC, Tim has a small CNC. I have two small CNC machines for like we do for wood and so on. All of us have one or more 3D printers on stream. I don't know who does and who does not have a laser. I do, but anybody else? Tim, you have a laser, don't you?
Tim's looking for a microphone.
Yeah.
Oh, I have two lasers.
Okay, and Jerry, you have what, 2 or 3?
I got 4 diodes. One I haven't reviewed yet, and then a K40 CO2.
Cool. Let's see. I don't want to get boring, but I have a FlashForge Pro.
And I print models once in a while too, and paint sometimes.
Do you have a FlashForge?
Not me. Mustang has.
Oh, Mustang does. Okay.
Yeah. I don't have FlashForge. When it says but my fine prints always fail. Why are they failing? What's happening when you say they're failing?
What's the thing you fail to print most?
Like what type of failure is it? Is it separating off the bed? Is it coming out only like is it only partly printed or what?
And which FlashForge is it?
Yeah, it's a FlashForge Pro, he said.
Yeah, I've got a FlashForge Creator 3 Pro, so I'm wondering if it's the same one.
Yeah, Duff, it's not the size of the CNC, it's if you know the software. I could have a really awesome $10 billion CNC, but if I don't know the software half as much as what Llama does, then I can't do nothing. It means nothing. You got to know the software.
Here is the FlashForge Pro. They're all ABL. Is that right, Tim?
Yes.
So if you're having issues, if you have a bed adhesion issues, it's probably your Z offset is wrong, so you're too far away from the bed when you lay down the first layers, and it's not getting enough squish. And cleaning the bed is important. You have to clean it down. If it's not clean, like when you touch the bed with your hand, your skin gives off oils, and that goes on the bed, and that will stop stuff from sticking to the bed. So you have to clean it down regularly. But it's also your Z offset. I'm guessing if we could see what your first layer looks like is it really squashed flat, or is it only half squashed, or is it like a lump on the bed and it comes off really easy? If it's a lump, like a line is a big bump, and it comes off when you slightly touch it while it's still hot, then it's probably your Z offset. You're not squishing enough in the bed. And it could also be that your bed is not set to the right temperature. If it's not hot enough, your material may not adhere to it properly, because what the beds are designed that when they're hot, filament sticks to it, but when you cool down, the part separates from the bed. So you're doing PLA, and I have switched to glass print bed, but
glass, okay. I'd use glue stick. Glass from here, glue stick.
Yeah, glue stick. PVA glue. I have some here somewhere.
Glue stick is the most common, simplest thing for anybody to find anywhere. You might even have some already at home.
Yeah, especially if you have kids. You'll have glue stick laying around because they use it for crafts. Just the normal like paper glue stick. Put a small bit on the bed. What you also use that, and that's the.
Or you can buy a big bottle of that.
Adhesive is really good too. It costs a little bit, but it goes a long way.
Glue stick. Yep. The lady
glue stick.
Glue stick.
Lord Britt.
So that's hers.
And Tim showed the polymer. Who was playing Mozart? Oh no, that wasn't Mozart. That was Vivaldi. 4 Seasons. Who was playing that?
Wasn't me.
Was it you, Jerry?
No, I didn't do it. I just did that one though.
Oh yeah. Well, the classical music we were playing was one.
I don't know.
I think it's Spring from 4 Seasons by Vivaldi.
Well, I put nanopolymer adhesive on this now, so we'll see what happens.
Now you'll probably need to get a sledgehammer and a chisel to take it off.
No.
Because it's bonding to a nylon surface is what it's doing there.
That's okay.
Gus 386. Hello.
Well, Gus he replaced it with a glass bed. So my guess is it's either he needed to put some sort of adhesive layer down there, like the nanopolymer or glue stick, or you could do hairspray, but take it outside, spray it, let it dry.
And if you're going to do glass, do mirror, not glass. Mirror is 1,000 times better than glass.
Well, if he bought the glass bed for it, but if you bought a glass bed for it, it's going to be a borosilicate glass bed.
Yeah, true. Like Focus has or something where it's got a coating on it. You mean?
Yeah, some of them come coated. Yeah,
a lot of new printers are doing that. Yeah, I have an extra one, that Andrew South one, and he had it sent to me. He couldn't get it, so I have an extra one for the Focus.
Oh, nice. I'm printing. Well, Tim is testing his belt printers to print a whistle. I've been printing these little coins.
Hello. Okay, you ready? Say your thing.
Hit that like button and subscribe. Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, good job.
Your dad's making you a whistle. You get to blow it later.
Hey, Jerry doesn't know what he's talking about.
Good job, bud.
These little coins to give away. They're going to be. I do outreach for NASA, so I do public talks and stuff for NASA.
Bring him back so I can hype him up on ice cream.
And I'm making all these little coins to give away when I'm doing public talks to the kids.
My wife gets mad at me when I do that. Somebody has kids on stream, and I say, "Hey, you want ice cream? You want candy?" She's like, "Don't do that. They're going to hate you for saying that."
Well, I was always that uncle that when I go over to visit my family members and my brothers and sisters who had kids before I did.
Llama's got candy corn.
I get all the we don't have candy corn in Ireland. Sorry.
Llama does.
She's got all wound up. Yeah, we get kids all wound up, and then I leave, so I don't have to deal with them afterwards.
I know you hate it. That's why I said that.
Special
I have a candy corn Halloween
like
figure. Evil pumpkin faces on.
Yeah, I was always.
I have a bad memory, but I try to remember little things about different people, and I randomly throw them up. So.
Yeah, I fight with Loyal Moses all the time because he loves candy corn, and it's candy corn. It's
I like candy corn.
Soggy sugar and water compressed together. That's all it is. It's a food coloring. It's nasty.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to run. My dinner just got here.
Awesome.
Fabulous.
Enjoy your pizza.
Okay, I'll pop on later if you guys are still on.
Alrighty. Bye-bye.
We'll be here for about a half an hour. I want 20 minutes more.
Okay.
And then we'll probably head over to
What the heck was that?
what?
That was Ethan saying, "You better come on up, hit that like button, and subscribe." Bye. So
Bye-bye.
I got an intercom for upstairs. So
Oh, I was gonna say, it sounded like it was coming out of a speaker. Okay.
yeah,
I'm not crazy. It was.
See you guys later.
Take care.
Enjoy your dinner.
Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, so...
Oh, no! 4 people. We can have 6 more on here, guys. Please follow. Please
we're in the last...
Throw some bits. Play some games. Gamble. Play money.
Yeah,
he's got an Astro Bucks.
I'm going to go to the casinos and do it.
Have you experimented with resin printing versus play ABS? Would you recommend? Well, okay, they're very different, Gus. Resin is you're dealing with a chemical, a liquid chemical. There's no when you're doing like PLA, you don't need to take precautions. When you're doing PETG, you don't really need to take precautions. When you're doing ABS, you need an enclosure and you need to take those fumes out of your house because they're not good for you. They're make you sick. The VOCs it releases.
Thank you for the follow.
Thank you for the follows, guys. And also, when you're doing resins, some people are sensitive to the resin odors, then others more sensitive. And some people, if the resin even gets on their skin, they can get really bad reactions to it, right? So, and other people it doesn't. So,
when you work with resin, pretend it's bleach. Treat resin like it's bleach.
Yeah, very strong bleach. Yeah,
just you know.
Yeah, so be careful. Like, make sure if you go with resins, find out first of all if you're sensitive to it. But wear gloves. Preferably do somewhere where there's no kids anywhere nearby because it can be dangerous.
You don't want this to happen to you. I had my finger in a vat too long. Look at what happened.
I thought that's why. I thought you had your head in it. That's why your hair is gone, Jerry. So
safety first.
There's a lot of precautions around resin, and like ABS again, and any higher temperature materials you have to be careful with. But PLA and PETG, you can print those without open air, like I have most of my printers there behind me, and I do PETG here all the time and PLA, and it's fine. But I don't do ABS because of the fumes. And if you need an enclosure because it'll warp and shrink and give you a whole world of problems if you don't.
Do I always practice what I preach in my videos? No. And I got called out in a couple videos back about not wearing gloves. So in the next video, I made a comment about that person saying that, and I had my gloves on. So anyway.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you want to do miniatures and you need something with really fine detail, resin is great as long as you take the precautions. And if you don't need that fine detail, if you don't need to fine detail, but you want stronger parts, you often get stronger parts out of like PLA or PETG because of the way it's fused together. Because resins tend to be more brittle. FDM is much easier. FDM can be easier to post-process. It depends on what you're trying to get done. Yeah, but sanding and filling is a lot of work. Whereas with resin, you can get a really fine finish in one go. But you have all of the issues to do. But FDM with sanding and filling, you can do good. That's looking really good, Jerry.
It's not done, but it's getting close. I've got to go buy some bolts.
You'll get there, yes.
I got to put more bolts in here, and then I got to put the top caps on. But this is what I've accomplished today. So, I've been procrastinating for a couple of weeks, but I finally got most of this part put together. So
good.
And I filmed all this, and I'm going to talk about it and time lapse it and throw it up on YouTube probably tomorrow.
Yeah, it's looking good. Excellent. Do you have any Captain tape, Jerry?
Yeah, I have the narrow stuff.
Yeah, that's all you need because you need to attach the bed, the heat plate, and you need to attach the thermistor and so on. So you'll need Captain tape to do that. Yeah. Yeah, I have the really narrow stuff too, but it works great. That's all you need.
Yeah, I can't believe on their instructions when they're talking about the extended rolling table that you put on it, like grocery stores have when they unload trucks, they got the wheels and they roll.
Yeah.
For an extended print, they have it motor driven. Why would they do that? You would never, ever have something like that motor driven. Ever. There's no even a reason why they might.
I mentioned it to them already.
Yeah.
And I mentioned that the timing between that and the motor on the main bed needs to be precise because otherwise you'll have one dragging or one resisting the forward motion. And I said I did recommend to them that actual rollers without any motor would be better because they would move with the part as the part comes off the bed.
Yeah, trying to be different than somebody else and putting it under power is just dumb.
Well, no, it might work if the E steps are good, then it might just work, right? I don't know.
I'm building their kit, and I appreciate all that they're giving me, but that other idea is dumb, in my opinion.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I did air that issue. I did raise that with them. I did raise that with them. So they haven't. They said they didn't give me a good.
Oh no, you're leaving. Why?
Yeah, I'm gonna crash out. Later, guys.
Right. Have a great night. Take care.
Bye.
So, just in case some of you who are new here, who do not know, Jerry and I are working on this kit, and basically what it is, we're taking an Ender 3 and converting it into a belt printer.
Share my screen, and then share it and keep talking. No, you share it and keep talking.
Oh, there it is now. I see it. There you go. Add it up there. Yeah,
Now go ahead. You can explain it.
Sure. Well, it's basically what it is. We're taking an Ender 3 apart, using the base of it and the XY axis, and we're turning it into a belt printer. And the company's called Tig Tac. Is the kit is what the kit is called, and it is a kit that we're beta testing it. It is not available yet, but it will become available soon. Once the beta testing are done, and they're basically that's a breakout view of it, but it's turning an Ender 3 into a belt printer. So if you have an old Ender 3 or Ender 3 Pro, you can basically turn it into a belt printer and get new life out of it if you wish to. That is the whole purpose behind this. And we are beta testing it right now. So, yeah, so that's what's going on as at the moment.
And me and Liam do not have any paperwork. Anything we're doing is we're looking at that exploded view and looking on Discord or their Facebook group if there's any other pictures to try to figure out how to put it together.
There is no instructions. There is no guides. There is no nothing. It is, here's the stuff. Off you go. And so Jerry has started his, and Jerry is going to be doing some shorter videos about how it's done, like time lapses. I have been doing it live on Twitch on Sunday mornings. Well, I did first one was Saturday, last week was Sunday. This week will probably be a Sunday morning as well, and I'm doing it live on Twitch, and then I'm also going to upload that Twitch recording. I'm going to move it over into my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is called Astropreneur.
And I have a little Liam about this big that when I do my video, I can put little Liam in the video and he can be on the table watching.
My name is Ike. No, Astropreneur. Jerry calls me Ike, but my channel is called Astropreneur on Twitch and on Twitter. And you obviously you found me on Twitch because you're in here from Twitch. But
take care, Chris Travis. Ralph, take care.
Take care, guys. And I'm also over on YouTube as Astropreneur. And I'm posting the videos that I record on Twitch. I'm actually cross-posting to YouTube, so they'll stay up there longer. And it's actually a live build as I do it. So if anyone does ever end up getting the kit, they can follow along and end up building it in the same way. So we're taking different approaches. Jerry's is doing time-lapsing, and I'm doing the full live build.
Yeah, I'll talk about it a little bit. And since it takes a long time to put things together, I'll speed it up, show some things on screen, explain why I did what I did, if I can possibly, and then have different links, and then I try to get it up tomorrow night.
Yeah. So we're both going to do it in pieces. I'm doing it every week. I'm doing a new piece every week for about an hour or two. And Jerry's doing it in his own time, and then he's going to time lapse it and piece it together.
Yeah, when Liam's kind of ahead of me, so when I have issues quite often, if I don't already see an answer on Discord, and I usually don't, I ask Liam what he thinks, and then we all kind of figure it out.
We figure it out as we go, right? Because there's no instructions with this yet. We've told them to get instructions. They haven't done it yet. We've told them to prepare firmware. They haven't done that yet. I'm actually been looking into doing the firmware myself because they haven't done the firmware yet. They're supposed to be releasing it, though. I'm assuming when they go live with this, they will have firmware. If not, it's going to cause problems. So I recommended that they,
unless they want everybody to do their own version, they can pick and choose which one they like the best to release with it. I don't know.
Well, yeah, but people like us who know their way around firmware somewhat, right, or to some extent, we can figure out the firmware, right? We can get the firmware working. For somebody who wants the belt pinner but doesn't know firmware, they'll be totally lost trying to configure Marlin. So, did you
hear something here? Oh, here's the bottom to it right here. The power supply, or excuse me, the control board goes in this open side by my left arm, and the power supply goes upside down right here. But all the power supplies I own, including the one for the Ender 3 Pro, is too wide for this by like 10 millimeters. So the solution is, because you can't really modify this, because it has to be this wide to fit in there with these two tabs. The only thing you can do will be for me to Dremel and cut this piece out. Once I cut that out and that's glued together, that gap in the middle will make up for it and that will work. But that's the only solution. Even if they remod it and make this one piece, they'll have to remove the center section. Otherwise, none of the power supplies will fit in this. So,
well, none of the ones for the modern power supplies anyway, because apparently there was a version of it that it would have fitted.
Well, I have like 5 or 6 other power supplies from Creality machines and different things, and not one of them will fit in it. But I have, and I have a bunch of them.
Well, they said they're going to be working on modeling that too. They haven't updated it yet. The last time I checked with them was the weekend. It was Sunday night our time, and they said.
Yeah, I think I posted a picture last week, and to actually modify it would take somebody a matter of minutes to do it if that's what they do for a living. It'd take a matter of minutes to mod it, change it, and throw it up. But
yeah,
no big deal. I'll take a Dremel to it, and I'll do it my way.
So, Britt, what are you working on? You're dissecting your printer.
Yeah, I'm just putting a filament guide on here, but the screws aren't leading back in to this little brass bracket on the Z-rod, and I don't understand why it's not taking.
You can let it float. You can just let it hang there on the filament. It doesn't have to be attached.
Well, I mean, I already took the screws out, so I figure I might as well replace them.
Between the screws are not going back in where?
Right. So the two screws that are on either side of the
There should be little bolts underneath them, little nuts underneath, right?
No.
Or is it tapped?
Yeah,
I can't see it well enough to know what I'm looking at. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can't pull the camera any closer to it.
Here, I can show you.
Just if you have an under 3.
You're referring to here.
I was saying, because I didn't have bolts on the underside. Did you?
You're referring to here?
Yeah.
Some of them have bolts, some don't. Some of them are tapped. It's tapped in the brass side, so they're screwing from above into the brass. Others, some of my other printers actually have little nuts that go underneath as well.
Okay, I was going to say, I didn't have any nuts, so I'm just, yeah.
So it's probably tapped.
It's already tapped. I pulled the screws out of those positions in order to put the filament guide there. So I'm trying to put them back in, and for some reason it's resisting, even though the screw is all the way through the PLA, and it's just kind of sitting there. I'm trying to lead it and get it back into the threads.
They're not long enough. They're not long enough.
I would say, well, what?
Because if you added something in between those bolts are designed to just go through the brass grommet that's here, right? Just pass into that and grip it. So if what you're adding is more than 4 or 5 millimeters, they will not. They won't bite.
Yeah, it's not that big.
Because you must remember you have the sheet metal. Because you have the metal, the plastic, and then into the brass.
It's less than 2 millimeters. That's why I'm they have to at least maybe bite down onto it or squish it or something. There's no way 2 millimeters is gonna throw that off.
Well, the only thing there's normally a washer underneath that brass connection. You could potentially take the washer out from
on the 2 screws.
Yeah, between the.
Oh, so the washers are underneath the head. They're directly underneath the head. That's where they were originally. So
yeah, there should be 2. There should be 1.
Better not be stripped. I hope it's not stripped.
How thick is the power supply or CNC? I don't remember what I was talking about when that comment came in. How
Yeah,
wide?
and those screws should not be tight, by the way, ever. They should be in, and when you get them to where they're starting to tighten,
Yeah, I
you
know.
back them off.
'Cause it's got that Z-axis binding issue
It's
anyway with
de-binding if you
this
don't back them
model.
off a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I was say like literally the
these are
first like 6 rounds of failures I had on this thing was due to the Z binding. So I got to know all about that real
Did
quickly.
you I think these are M3s or the M2s. Let me try.
They're M3s. I might actually have some extra ones
I think
from installing the BL Touch.
if they're M3s, you can just try longer M3s. It's a
correct, Kieran.
right? It's a CR10, isn't it?
This is the Ender 3.
Okay, yeah. So they are M3s. So if you have longer M3s, give them a try. Because what's in there looks like an M3. Let me see the size here.
Now it's biting
Here.
down. Hi,
They're
Kieran.
M310s. If you have M315s, use them. See if it bites.
Oh no, I have 3 M10s.
Oh, no, you need longer because if they're M3s, 10s is what I have in the Ender 3. So you probably need, if it's an issue that it's not biting, you might need to go with want to go with a longer bolt, and you want to go with a 15.
Yeah, this one's biting now. It's just the one that's on the inside because the rod is right there. Like I can't get the tool in there to cinch down the second one. This one's tightened down, this one's cinched down, but it's like there's no clearance or space whatsoever to get back here.
There's another way to do this. Undo the Z rod and screw it up out of there, and then redo it, and then put it back into the coupler again. That gets the rod out of the way. If the rod is in your way, you can get it out of the way.
Yeah, just undo the slug nuts or whatever they're called.
The
nuts.
coupler at the bottom here.
Yeah.
Undo that and unscrew the Z rod. Now your X-axis will drop. So put something underneath it.
You can just lift it straight up and let it set on it like a coffee cup or whatever, and then tighten it and then put it back together.
Yep.
You don't have to unscrew the rod. Well, yeah, the rod will be in the way. You'll have to unscrew it.
Yeah, she has to take the rod all the way out to get
that's
to
the
it.
point. Yeah, that's why she's doing it.
And you're right, Kieran. I have a screwless. That's why I hang out with you.
Well, Kieran don't know how to spell, so that's his hang up.
You spell or smell? Which one, Jerry? Maybe both.
He can't spell my name or the word the.
Well, he just spells his TEH, right?
TEH, yeah. That's a.
We know the reason why that is.
It's a Kiwi thing, I think. I don't know.
It's just his accent, you guys. It's his accent. Yeah.
He's
like
upside down all the time. He's in the
Michael in Australia
Southern
teaching
Hemisphere.
tech. There's a lot of words he says different than we do, so everybody talks different. So that's fine.
No, it's all the blood rushing to his head, Jerry.
Everybody
I love
talks
teaching
different. I
tech.
didn't know. I thought we talk all the same.
We do.
Now
Listen,
McGarry's.
Is that working for you, Britt?
Yeah.
Okay,
As long as
good.
it doesn't roll off the bed here, it's fine.
I didn't know your second name was Jerry.
Yeah.
So poor Kieran is working while we're here. So
Yeah, I had a power loss, and funny enough, it looked almost like a DOS attack.
how would a DOS attack look like? A power loss look like a DOS attack?
Not power, internet, because I had to restart my computers, all of them. Every computer was connected and was on at the time when the internet went down.
Well,
I had to
no,
restart my internet.
No, a DOS attack would mean that your internet would get really, really, really slow till it eventually stopped, right?
Yeah,
But
that's what happened.
But your machines it would stay down. A DOS attack would not last a couple of seconds. It would last hours. They set them up to last forever, and nobody has a need to do a DOS attack on somebody's house. They always do it to businesses. We're
Say,
not,
unless you're storing some really
And
sensitive
people
information.
don't have a reason
I
to
don't
be
know.
bombing houses either.
I don't know. That's what it felt like. It.
no, I've seen DOS attacks happen. It's not like that.
Jersey Labs, hello, hello.
Hey, Jersey Labs, how are you? Came in the last couple of seconds. Because we're probably going to route over to Chris Perillo's channel in a couple in the next few minutes once he goes live. He has the starting soon till about 5 minutes after. Then he actually goes live. So we wait until he actually goes live, and then we'll actually drop on over to Chris's channel about 5 minutes after the hour. We've been going for 3 hours already. There's some switch streams. I mean, streams what? DDoS attacks? They do, but they happen. But they generally don't happen to people's home internet connections. They generally happen to like businesses.
Well, we are online, and
we're online, but it's still we're not. But yeah, but our like a DDoS attack to someone's home doesn't cause much inconvenience. They do it to
no,
businesses.
just switch it on back off because my internet provider provides me with a new internet connection. I mean, new IP connection. The router automatically changed my IP, and my IP address is changed.
Yeah, because it's set up
this.
for DHCP. So when you bounce a router, it gets a new IP address. That's how it's set up. Then most routers are set up like that. They don't retain, unless you're paying for a private IP address, you don't retain the IP.
I know.
Yeah, they have a pool and they share the pool is what they do. It's not your first time chatting here today, Jerry. Oh, it is it? You typed in chat with me earlier, didn't you?
I don't think so.
I thought you did. So, John, let's see who's in here. So, guys, if you haven't already, please click. If you're on Twitch, click the follow button. Follows are free. If you're on YouTube, click like and subscribe. If you really like the content here, please consider subscribing to the channel, and especially on Twitch. You can, if you're an Amazon Prime user, you can subscribe for free because through Amazon Prime Gaming, you can subscribe to the channel. You have to do it each month to renew it, but you can actually use your Prime membership to subscribe to a channel, and you don't have to pay anything extra. Amazon, Jeff Bezos pays a little bit towards to Twitch to create the subscription. So is that working now for you, Britt?
I think it's cinched down a little bit too much.
Say that again?
But I was going to say, I need to loosen it up a little bit. I think I cinched it down too tight. Can't find my other right.
Just the tips of your fingers, all you do. When you cinch yourself, starts getting tension, tips your fingers, just go back a half a turn is all you do. Oh, that one has to be tight. Those couplers have to be tight.
Yeah, start with the big end and snug it with the little one.
This is the one I cannot ever
They will
get
strip.
the right size.
And it sucks when you strip them, you got to
There
try
we
to
go.
drill them out, which I've done, but it's a pain.
Well, yeah, oh, you mean on the couplers?
Yeah.
How to drill these out?
Yeah, I've stripped some before.
I've never stripped a coupler one.
I always try to get things jerry tight, not snug.
Oh my god, I would literally throw it out and just buy a new seat rod. Like, no. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, I've never had any of these strip out with me before, ever. I've had like some printers who come with the bolts on the printer when you assemble the printer, and some of them are soft, and you strip the heads or whatever, and these, and I that's what my Dremel I got my Dremel for initially was to cut a slot in these when they do get stripped out, when the hex head gets stripped out, so you can actually get a flathead screwdriver in there to undo it again. That's what the Dremel.
You got a Dremel tool?
That's why I got a Dremel tool.
I've done that before. I've had to cut a slot in it for a screwdriver. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, it wasn't to finish cosplay helmets?
I don't do cosplay stuff. No.
You should try.
I should.
Just one helmet. Just one helmet at least.
A helmet I could
childhood favorite, you know.
I have printers that can do helmets. Like I have an Inner 5 Plus that has a 350 bed, so I can do helmets easily. And I got a big head, so.
Same. Same. It's to fit. I tell people whenever they make fun of how big my head is, I tell them it's to fit all that knowledge.
Yeah, people know me. Brit, people know me too well. No, they won't believe that. Jerry is what's his name?
Yep, we're good.
Is he up and running yet?
He's got 55 watching, so he must be.
Okay. So
Let me,
up and running, Brit?
Yeah, he's running.
Careful with that Darth Vader box because it'll crunch very easily.
Oh, he's chatting. Okay. Let's get set up to go over. We'll raid over to Chris Perillo because he's got a good channel. And he's
Thanks, you guys.
Have a wonderful night, everybody. Thank you, everybody.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Take care.
Okay.
Bye.
The raid's not set up yet, guys.
I want to talk to you for a minute. Liam went offline.
Sure. Let me get this raid done. Pirillo, isn't it?
Yeah, P-I-R. Oh, I can't even read it from here. P-I-R-L-L-O.
There's no I in there?
But if you had your Twitch TV window open, you'd know when you just click on it.
Yeah,
Chris, one word, Chris, P-I-R-L-L-O.
Why does that sound wrong?
Let me get closer so I can read it better.
I bet you there's an I in there.
Yeah, Chris, P-I-R-I-L-L-O.
I knew there was an I missing there when you said that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get the raid to go over. I'm going to go over to Chris.
Thanks, Ralph.
And there's a raid building.
Later, dudes.
Bye.
Oh, it's not raiding. It's not raiding. Oh, 1 second now. Let me try that again. Sorry, guys.
Take your rating with 11 people. That's what it says.
Oh, my system says no. I don't know. Okay. At least if the raid is done, right?
It hasn't jumped over yet. It says that you're rating with 11 people. It hasn't switched over for some reason.
No, I'm still inside. Oh, it's leaving. It says rating Chris Perillo on mine.
On mine, I always have to compile everybody, then hit a raid button. But on yours, it says Astro Printer's rating. But my screen hasn't changed.
I don't know why it does this.
Yeah, he don't have his Twitch window open. He's just typing in chat to raid. He doesn't have it. If he opens up his window real quick, he'd do it the right way.
It's slow. The problem is my machine is bogged down for some reason. And there's no raid button on my side. I don't know why. So give me a second, guys.
I don't know why I didn't do it because I'm seeing at the top of chat it says Astro Printer is rating Chris Perillo with 11 raiders.
Yeah,
my raid. Okay.
And it says raid for plus 250 points. Okay,
yeah,
now
I just jumped over.
Okay, you got it now.
I just hit the button now. It just went over. Good.
All right.
Okay, guys.
Take care, Matt.
Thanks, guys. Take care, Matt.
There you are. You offline?
Going offline now. 1 second.
Look at everybody who's joining us here. Welcome.